skilled team knows exactly how to create your signature look. And with our easy-to-use app, you can check in from anywhere and get a ready next text when you're up next for a cut. It's the confidence of a great haircut delivered by a team you trust. Download our app today. Great clips. It's gonna be great.
Welcome back to Ameren Total Access. It's time to go inside the park. Sponsored in part by Purina.
For energy efficiency needs in Missouri or Illinois, go to Ameren.com/rebates.
PNC Ballpark in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania is where you'll find the voice of the Cardinals, John Rooney and Mike Claiborne, along with Jim Jackson, as we're inside the park. And, John, we are here after winning 2 out of 3 against Atlanta, a very game Atlanta team, but they're going to deal with some injuries down the road. But this Pittsburgh Pirate bunch, well,
by the Phillies yesterday, while the Cardinals took 2 out of 3 from the second-place Braves in the East, the Pirates took 2 out of 3 from the first-place Philadelphia Phillies. That's a team that the Cardinals just didn't match up well with at home and in Philadelphia this year. So the Cardinals come in here winning as many games against the Pirates as they did last year. They've won 4 out of 6, but the Pirates managed to win 9 out of the 13 games last year and played much better under Derek Shelton. But the Cardinals, behind Andre Pallante, had a good outing the last time he pitched here. The Redbirds won that game in extra innings before moving on to Washington. And let's hope that Pallante gives the Cardinals that kind of outing tonight.
Well, he was really good here in Pittsburgh, and he is pitching with so much more confidence, using all of his pitches and getting them over for strikes, not walking as many people. And he's really fighting for that 5th spot in the rotation, and so far so good with that. Now, with that said, Pittsburgh is a team that's on the heels of the Cardinals in the standings. They're in 3rd place, 2 games back, and they're trying to find their way into a wild card situation as they're half a game out of a wild card spot. Important series for both teams. Cardinals need to get 2 out of 3 just to keep some distance between themselves and the Pirates.
Well, the Pirates haven't lost a series since the Cardinals were here in early July, so the Cardinals always get the best out of the teams in our division, especially the Pittsburgh Pirates. We play so many close games. We had a couple of extra inning games in that series, and sure enough, played an extra inning game in Washington to open that one up after being down 5-0. Came back to win that Friday night. But this Cardinal offense is beginning to perk, and what Burleson has done has been amazing. Now, Siani's not in the lineup tonight, but he has been getting on base, stealing bases. Having Wynn at the top of the order, Siani at the bottom of the order, it's like 2 leadoff men because of the speed. You get them on base, and you watch the RBIs pile up like they have been lately for certainly Contreras in the number 3 spot and Burleson at number 2.
Well, Burleson made a great point. He said, man, it's a lot easier to drive in runs when you have a guy standing at third base with a triple. And he cashed in on the Atlanta Braves on both occasions in that situation. But he's swinging a hot bat. Contreras is swinging a good bat. Paul Goldschmidt with the home run yesterday. Man, you hope that 7th spot really gets him going. And even Lars Nootbaar with the home run yesterday. He'll be in center field this evening. And this is a tricky ballpark for people who don't play in this position very often. So you better be careful, because if you let one get by, it's going to roll for a bit.
From center field all the way to almost the left field foul pole. It's a short poke down the line and left, but then it juts out and it gets a little bit deeper. But that's a huge outfield to patrol. And Brendan Donovan is very much aware of that. I don't think it's as tough to patrol as, say, the ballpark in Denver. That's an enormous outfield there, and with the altitude, the ball just carries and it flies, and that's why you see them playing so deep. But here, it depends on the game situation where the outfielders line up. And the Cardinals have done a pretty good job. They played good defense so far on this road trip in taking 2 out of 3 and came within a whisker of winning all 3 in Atlanta. Now, as we approach the trade deadline, where are all the players going to come from for the teams wanting to improve their pitching, whether it be starting, relieving, or add some kind of bat to their lineup or the bench? Only a handful of teams really feel like they're out of it right now. And do they have enough? If they had a lot of good players to deal, they'd probably be sitting back and looking at somebody else to make a trade with.
I'll give you a good example. The Texas Rangers, 7 games out. They've got to make a decision. They have some players teams would be interested in. But, it only takes maybe winning 2 out of 3 in a series between now and the deadline, and all of a sudden you feel like you're back in it. John, the way it looks to me, there are not enough good difference-maker players that are going to be available for every team to make themselves a better ball club going into the postseason.
I think you're right, but we'll see what happens, as the Cardinals would like to add a starter, I believe, and they'd like to add maybe an arm to the bullpen to shore up the right side of the bullpen, and they'd like to have a bat off the bench to break up the left-handed hitters, get a good right-handed bat somewhere. But the shopping is going to be interesting. The price is going to be high for many of the players who could make a difference for a ball club, and that means dipping into your minor league system and giving up some pretty good talent. But if you feel like you have the right combination and perhaps have some control of those players once you get them, that they're not rental players and you're giving up good minor leaguers for them, then it makes sense. But that's an awful lot to take in and try to digest as you get toward the trade deadline.
I think you have two trains of thought when it comes to making an acquisition. You have a small group that think they can win the whole thing and they're going to go for it. So that prospect that's in their organization can't help them win this year, but if they get the right person in a trade that can get them there, they'll do that deal.
Oh,
now you have the other side of that coin where you have teams that say, we want to get in the postseason and we'll just see what happens. They have to make a decision on, does that player they give up come back to haunt them in 2 years, compared to the person that they may either be renting or a person who has maybe a little bit more control, maybe a year, perhaps two. But when it's all said and done, they have to make sure that they can go beyond the first round, find themselves in the league championship series, if not the World Series. So there's a lot of hand-wringing that will take place between now and the deadline, and you just hope when you hear the music stop, you have a chair to sit down in with some good players.
And it's not as tough for those in the baseball front office anymore on the cell phone bill because you have unlimited plans. But I'm sure they're using them up.
You know what? The battery life on the phones, they might have to have
might be in jeopardy.
Battery pack is what they need at this point. We need to have the rain stay away. We had a lot of rain earlier today. It looks like we're going to be in the clear for tonight, hopefully. And hopefully the Cardinals will have another chance to get a win against this very game Pittsburgh Pirate team. For the voice of the Cardinals, John Rooney, I'm Mike Claiborne. Ricky Horton will join us on Friday.
He's on assignment.
Jim Jackson's here instead, and we like Jim a lot more than we like Ricky anyway. So, anyway, we're here at the ballpark, PNC Ballpark.
You know he's
Pittsburgh.
not listening.
No, that's why I said it.
Fellas, thanks so much. That is Inside the Park. It's sponsored by Central Bank, your hometown bank of the St. Louis Cardinals. We're going to hear from Dusty Blake. Claib's got the chance to catch up with the Cardinals pitching coach. That conversation is on the way next. This is Ameren Total Access on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Graybar.
Better be the Cardinals!
Calling all witches, wizards, and muggles. Don't miss Harry Potter Night at Busch Stadium on Thursday, August 8th, when the Cardinals host the Rays.
Whether you belong to Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin.
Fans who purchase a special theme ticket will take home an exclusive Harry Potter-inspired Cardinals jersey. That's Thursday, August 8th. Harry Potter Night at the ballpark. For tickets or details, visit cardinals.com/theme.
Hi, everyone. This is Ozzie Smith inviting you to join me and Turn 2 at Busch Stadium. On Friday, August 2nd, I'll be at the ballpark. Join me for a unique experience on the infield. We'll start with the fielding demonstration and then turn 2 double plays together. Every participant receives an autographed baseball and a voucher for 2 tickets to a Cardinals home game. A Cardinals team photographer will capture the action for every double play as well. For more information, visit cardinals.com/Ozzie, and I'll see you at the ballpark.
We looked at a lot of new home communities before deciding to build with Fisher & Fritchel.
We heard there was a significant difference in their construction quality and customer service, and it's true.
Everyone who sees our home thinks it's just...
If you don't have time to build, take a look at the list of move-in ready homes they have for sale.
Visit their website at fndfhomes.com and see a sales manager for more information.
Fisher & Fritchel Homes, a home building legacy since 1945.
Be the next legendary winner at Horseshoe St. Louis Casino. Enjoy thrilling action and bold bets from classic slots and state-of-the-art video machines to all your favorite table games and high-limit action. Set along the Mississippi River in the heart of downtown, just a quick walk from the ballpark, Horseshoe St. Louis Casino, a Caesars Rewards destination. Legendary. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Know when to stop before you start. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-BETS-OFF.
Victory Men's Health is a luxury healthcare clinic specializing in hormone optimization, growth hormone peptides, sexual health, and vitamin deficiencies. If you're experiencing weight gain, fatigue, or a lack of motivation, see the experts at Victory Men's Health. Get off the bench and get back into the game. They're located in O'Fallon, Illinois, Town and Country, Sunset Hills, and O'Fallon, Missouri. Visit victorymenshealth.com for more information.
August 3rd is Trading Card Day, and Topps would like to celebrate with you. Visit your participating local hobby shop to receive a pack of cards, plus receive a special card if you purchase $10 or more of Topps products while supplies last. You can also celebrate Trading Card Day with Topps on July 27th at Busch Stadium and receive an exclusive St. Louis Cardinals card pack. Follow @Topps on social media and visit Topps.com for more information.
Now back to Ameren Total Access, sponsored in part by Bethesda Health Group, providing retirement and assisted living, skilled nursing, memory support, rehab, and in-home care needs for seniors for 135 years.
For energy efficiency needs in Missouri or Illinois, go to Ameren.com/rebates.
Have a chance to visit with Cardinal pitching coach Dusty Blake. You're dry for now because we've seen a lot of rain this week. I want to talk to you about how we attack hitters, watching hitters. You have all the scouting information, the video, and things of that nature. But sometimes that can be a little misleading compared to the fact of what a person's done in his last at-bat or who the opponent was. So how do you try and add all that up to have a game plan to go after someone?
Yeah, recency is always important. I mean, you want to have an idea of who a hitter is, but you also want to see what they've done lately. What's their approach been? Is it the same? Have they changed it some? If they've been struggling, sometimes guys will get outside of themselves a little bit. They'll be more patient. They'll chase a little bit more, trying to make something happen. So those are recent trends we try to stay on top of. And then beyond that, you know, all of our pitchers are good for a reason, and they have strengths, and so we're certainly going to lean on that. But we're also going to make sure that if we know this hitter struggles with something and it overlaps with a pitch that we throw or use, then we're going to be able to take advantage of that well.
You know, when you have guys on your staff that are a lot of strike throwers, we see a lot of guys look early in the count. They first pitch swing a lot against the Cardinals because of the fact they're in the zone. How do you try and negate that?
Well, we're okay. If you look at what happens when hitters are swinging against us, it's still going our way a good bit. When you look at when we throw a strike on the first pitch of an at-bat, it's going our way over 90% of the time this year. Either we get strike one or we get an out. So those things are important to us. If we feel like there's a team that for some reason has a better chance against us in that count, we would prepare accordingly. If we've got a guy that we know is going to swing regardless or is going to chase a ton, then you're like, yeah, we don't have to be quite as perfect or try to be over the plate quite as much, knowing that we're still going to get swing regardless. But otherwise, we're going to take the pitches that we know do really well early, throw them in the areas of the zone that we know they play up, and then continue to stick with what we've done that's helped us the most.
We see a lot of guys who hate to be walked. I mean, they refuse to be walked. How do you deal with guys like that you know are free swingers and they just might luckily run into one, let alone run into something that maybe they were looking for?
Yeah, there's always a tendency there. Sometimes we say, like, yeah, this guy hates walking or he's allergic to walks. Like, just wants no part of that, wants to get up there and swing. Typically, as you roll through their evaluation, there's a pitch that they're going to chase more. There's a pitch that they do less damage against. Or some hitters are just only going to do damage on anything middle in. So we can throw whatever we want on the outer part of the plate. It doesn't matter what it is, they're going to swing. And if it's not middle end, then they're probably going to get themselves out or put themselves behind in the count 0-1.
You know, we see a team in Pittsburgh, a bunch of young guys, free swingers. Those are the ones you have to be careful for, because when you see those guys, they're just looking for something white to hit compared to movement or location or things of that nature. How do you prepare for that, and do you try and see if you can do a little bit more swing and miss with hitters like that?
Yeah, you won't swing and miss, but at the same time, we can't strike anybody out early in the count, right? So it's about getting to 2 strike counts. And even a lot of these guys or teams or players that do stay aggressive, they still have a pattern in how they do it. And so when we know, for example, you have a hitter who all of his damage is on one side of the plate, well, he's going to swing at it regardless. But again, if we're on the opposite side of that, or all his damage is on velo, okay, we've got plenty of other pitches besides fastballs we can land in the zone. We don't have to give in to his best chance of doing damage, but at the same time, we're going to be able to throw enough of what we do well to continue to keep that on our side.
Your bullpen's been lights out for most of the season. few guys have had a lot of time off. How do you try and find a way to get them to do extra throwing or trying to find a way to get them in games? Because you've had some guys that haven't pitched in, 2 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, that's one reason you saw Helsley in the game yesterday. We're up 4. Normally we wouldn't want to put him in that spot, but he has one appearance since July 5th. And at some point, it's hard to maintain where you're at. It's hard to avoid some of the atrophy that can happen if you're not getting out there in the game, either physically or mentally. And so, yeah, like we're trying to find lanes and trying to find spots to get these guys in. They will increase their workload some pregame from day to day if they haven't been in. But it is important to make sure we're still putting them in a spot that they can be successful. And so doing everything we can in their preparation to have them ready for that, but also not put them behind the 8 ball where they haven't felt the speed of the game in too long where they can't go out and be sharp.
This ballpark in Pittsburgh has been one that the ball leaves the park a lot of offense, so I get the feeling a lot of guys will get a chance to get in the pool over the next 3 days.
Well, hopefully on our offensive side, then hopefully we keep those guys in check over there. And they got a good club and they've got some really good hitters from top to bottom. But we'll have a plan and we'll go out and demonstrate that the best way we can.
Dusty Blake, as always, it's great to visit with you. Let's have fun in Pittsburgh.
And enjoy, Claves.
Claves, Dusty, thank you. This is Ameren Total Access on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar.
Experience the excitement of a live. The Pirates caring for you through every win, every loss, and every moment in between. And coming up next on the pregame show, I'll have a chat with the Pirates manager, Derek Shelton, and then Matt and I will rejoin you here from PNC Park. It's all coming up right here on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by IC Light.
Next up for our 5th grade class recital, we have Samantha.
10 times better performance can make a big difference. Castrol Edge Motor Oil gives your engine 10 times better high-stress performance. Castrol Edge, better oil for maximum performance. Now through December 28th, Castrol Edge and Edge High Mileage Motor Oil are on rollback at Walmart.
Claim based on sequence dyne test under high-load conditions versus API SP test limits.
You care about every detail, and so does Purina. Every ingredient in their pet food comes from trusted sources, and every ingredient has a purpose. Whether that purpose is to provide just the right nutrients your pet needs or a flavor they will love, Purina has over 250 recipes made without artificial flavors or preservatives for you to choose from. You're sure to find something both you and your pet will love. Learn more at Purina.com/Purina Cares.
Dude, what are you doing?
I forgot to pay a bill.
Seriously? You're gonna miss half the game.
Relax, I'm using the Scott Credit Union mobile app. I'll be done before the pitch clock gets to 0.
You can do that from your phone?
And done. Yep, it's super easy. You can pay bills, check your balance, and even deposit checks from anywhere, even a Cardinals game.
At Scott Credit Union, we know life doesn't always happen on your schedule. So join Scott Credit Union and bank from everywhere, anytime. Scott Credit Union, proud partner of the St. Louis Cardinals.
Have you seen the incredible new apartments at Tesson Ridge in South County? It's elevated living at its finest. The size of the units, some are as big as houses. The lake, the walking trail, the fitness center, the pool, it's a must-see. Enjoy secure underground parking, convenient elevator access, all the amenities you could ever need. This property is a major home run. Come home to Tesson Ridge for an exceptional independent lifestyle experience. Visit TessonRidge.com to schedule a tour. Tesson Ridge, the real MVP of modern living.
Have you been thinking about getting a master's degree, but need the flexibility to do it on your own terms? Check out Webster University Online. You can advance your career your way and in your time. Webster University online classes are taught by experienced professors who are experts in their field. Connect with an admissions counselor on Zoom by going to webster.edu/today. Start your tomorrow, today, with Webster University Online, the official grad school of the St. Louis Cardinals.
Welcome back to Ameren Total Access. Let's go inside the clubhouse, built by Window Nation and sponsored in part by the Gatesworth at 1 McKnight Place.
For energy efficiency needs in Missouri or Illinois, go to Ameren.com/Bates.
Continuing to get you set for the Cardinals and the Pirates tonight, opening up a 3-game series. Time to go inside the clubhouse built by Window Nation. Lars Nootbaar had himself a nice 3-game series against the Braves, going 4 for 10 with a double, also hits a home run. He spoke with Bally Sports Midwest and gave an update on how he's feeling as he's still fairly recent coming off the injured list.
More so timing, just baseball being baseball, and never just feeling 100%, in the box, because then all of a sudden, next thing you're looking for something else. So it's just understanding what I'm trying to work on and then continue to do that.
That's Lars Nootbaar. That audio is courtesy of Bally Sports Midwest as we go inside the clubhouse built by Window Nation. We'll wrap things up in just a moment. This is Ameren Total Access on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Graybar.
Hey, Missouri. Brendan Donovan here. Cardinals fans know power when they see it. But here's a new one. Ameren Missouri is giving you more power to be you. Visit Ameren Missouri's online marketplace to purchase discounted power strips or get an instant rebate of $100 on a smart thermostat. Go to AmerenMissouri.com/power deals to get started. Offer applies only to qualifying purchases. AmerenMissouri.com/power deals.
Cardinals have the home white uniforms on, red caps and helmets.
The Cardinals uniform is historic, emblematic of an uncompromising standard, representative of the discipline and passion that comes before all recognition. It's what Stifel has been doing for over 130 years as one of the fastest growing companies in the financial industry. Stifel is the official wealth management partner of the St. Louis Cardinals. That is where success meets success. Find a St. Louis area advisor at Stifel.com. That's STIFEL.com. Stifel, Nicholas and Company, Incorporated. Member SIPC and NYSE.
Hey guys, this is Dave from the Dave Glover Show, 1 to 5 p.m. on KMOX. So you can't do a talk show without talking about politics now and then. I consider myself to be a down-the-middle, independent, free-thinking guy. I am capable of my mind being changed. Hopefully I'm capable of at least challenging you. With 5 people on the show, you're going to find someone who you align with. It's honest, it's real, it's challenging, and it's fun. That's 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. every day on KMOX.
At the Gatesworth, we set the standard for exceptional senior living. A St. Louis tradition for 35 years, we offer personalized service and a variety of lifestyles. Our warm residential setting ensures that each resident has what they need, when they need it, and the way they like it. There are no buy-in or entry fees, and it costs less than you think. Call 314-993-0111 or visit thegatesworth.com. The Gatesworth, exceptional people, exceptional living.
When you need quality electrical work for your home or business, look to the electricalconnection.org, created as a partnership between IBEW Local 1 electricians and the St. Louis chapter of the National Electrical Contractors Association. The Electrical Connection had been setting the standard for electrical excellence in St. Louis for over 100 years. You can depend on our highly skilled and trained workforce, your number one source for quality electrical and communication contractors, electricalconnection.org.
Sometimes life throws bold moments at you, like the moment you realize you left your debit card on the counter of that coffee shop yesterday. But that's okay. You bank with BOS. We give you the tools you need to meet these moments head on. You can instantly freeze your card from your smartphone, and we'll replace any lost or stolen cards fast, so you don't miss a step. Are you ready for a better banking experience? Then make the bold move and switch to BOS today. Visit bankwithbos.com. Member FDIC.
Thanks for listening to Ameren Total Access. First pitch is coming up. Now, final thoughts on today's game, sponsored in part by Joe's Market Basket.
For energy efficiency needs in Missouri or Illinois, go to Ameren.com/rebates.
Starting to wrap things up as we get you ready for the Cardinals and the Pirates today. It is the opening game of a 3-game series. Time to take a look at our DraftKings at Casino Queen Sportsbook stat of the day. So since June 2nd, Alec Burleson ranks second in Major League Baseball with 41 RBIs. The only player in that span with more is Aaron Judge. He has just one more at 42. Burleson also is tied for fourth in Major League Baseball in home runs. Also, part of the reason that he's had such good success is because of what he is able to do when he is ahead in the count. He has a .792 slugging percentage when ahead in the count. That is second in Major League Baseball this year. The only player with a better slugging percentage ahead in the count, that'd be Shohei Ohtani at .854. So Alec Burleson at .792, number 2 in all of Major League Baseball. That's pretty darn good. Play, stay, and dine at DraftKings at Casino Queen. Elsewhere around the NL Central today, the Brewers and Cubs are opening up a series against each other at Wrigley Field. It'll be Javier Assad going for Chicago today. The right-hander is 4-3 with a 3.27 ERA, while Tobias Myers is going to make the start for the Brewers. The right-hander is 6-3 with a 3.13 ERA. And then getting started in about 45 minutes in Atlanta, the Braves and Reds are going to play against each other. Hunter Green is starting today for Cincinnati. The right-hander is 6-4 with a 3.34 ERA. Cardinals miss seeing Reynaldo Lopez. I'm sure they're not too upset about that. The right-hander starting tonight for the Braves, 7-3 and a 1.88 ERA. One other note, by the way, speaking of the Braves, we saw Ozzie Albies get injured late in the game yesterday. Turns out a fractured wrist, and he is going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. So you think about the Braves playing without Ronald Acuna Jr. and now playing without Ozzie Albies for a while. Very, very different looking team. Tonight it is the Cardinals and the Pirates. Andre Pallante against Mitch Keller, the pitching matchup. The voice of the Cardinals, John Rooney, along with Mike Claiborne, have the call of the game. Ricky Horton on assignment. I'll talk to you again after the game for the post-game show. It's the Cardinals and the Pirates. It's up next on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar.
Donovan comes down the line. Save!
Hey fans, it's Brendan Donovan. Join me, the Cardinals, and Cardinals Care as we team up with Scott Credit Union to support the Veterans Community Project of St. Louis. Get $10 tickets for the weekend series, July 26th, 27th, and 28th against the Washington Nationals. A portion of each ticket sold will help furnish a tiny home for a veteran transforming from homelessness. Hope to see you at the ballpark as we support veterans July 26th to the 28th. Visit cardinals.com/Scott Credit Union to get your $10 tickets today.
What makes for a great vacation? Depends on who you ask. Are you looking to get away or bring everyone together? Do you want to get outside and play or see a play at the plate? Fortunately, however you operate, I'm the destination you've been looking for. The name's Missouri, but you can call me Mo. And I have just one question. What's your MO? Come see me at visitmo.com.
Hey dudes, at Mission Taco Joint you can enjoy our take on West Coast style Mexican cuisine and cocktails in a relaxed environment with a killer vibe. Check out one of our 7 locations across St. Louis and Kansas City, and now you can get MTJ at all Cardinals home games right behind home plate. Enjoy fan favorites like our mango habanero shrimp or vegan soft taco, street corn off the cob, and West Coast nacho fries. Get all the details at missiontacojoint.com, and let's go Cards!
This is Michael Langston. I'm with the Cardinals and a proud Webster University Gorlock. Grab your friends and head to Webster University Day at Busch Stadium on Sunday, July 28th, when the Cardinals host the Nationals. With a $20 theme ticket, fans will receive an exclusive Cardinals and Webster University 40-ounce tumbler. That's Sunday, July 28th. The Cardinals, the Nationals, and Webster University Day at the ballpark. For tickets or details, visit cardinals.com/theme. Go Gorlocks! St. Louis Cardinals. For the Lou.
Swings and he hits a drive. Deep left center field to the track, the wall, and it's a gunner. It's time for St. Louis. It's time for St. Louis Cardinals baseball. Cardinals baseball is brought to you by Budweiser, official beer sponsor of Major League Baseball. Crack open the game with Budweiser and enjoy unrivaled flavor and refreshment. By your quality Ford dealers, the official vehicles of the St. Louis Cardinals. Buy Schnucks. Earn 2% back on every purchase with the Schnucks Rewards app. Buy Shelter Insurance. Shelter offers great rates and award-winning service for your auto, home, and life insurance. Find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. Buy Explore St. Louis. Learn all about the great things to do in St. Louis. Visit exploreStLouis.com. Buy Central Bank, the hometown bank of the St. Louis Cardinals. By the Painting and Decorating Foundation. And by Sonic Drive-In. Live free, eat Sonic. Now, St. Louis Cardinals baseball.
From PNC Park in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, with the voice of the Cardinals, John Rooney. Our engineer-producer is Jim Jackson. Ricky Horton is off until Friday. I'm Mike Claiborne, and we welcome you to Cardinal Baseball on game 100 for the Redbirds in 2024. That's right, 62 games left in the regular season as the Cardinals start to warm up just a bit. They took 2 out of 3 against the Atlanta Braves over the weekend. And the bats are starting to come alive as well, especially the home run ball.
Schwellenbach with 2 fast outs and a 3-2 count on the Cardinal first baseman. Goldschmidt swings, and he hits that ball high and deep to left, and it's a goner. Goldschmidt hitting in the number 7 spot, hits one out of here.
As Burleson turns on the pitch down the right field line, this ball is gone for a home run. Deep in the box, waits on the next pitch, and he golfs one into center field. The center fielder, Klenenek, gives chase to it. This ball is gone as Nars Nutbar hits his 7th home run of the season.
Now it's Chavez, and there's a swing and a ball hit high in the air, right field, down the line, and it is gone. A home run. That stayed fair. A home run for Wilson Contreras. His 11th of the year, 5-2 Cardinals.
6-2 was your final against the Atlanta Braves yesterday. And Miles Michaelis, well, he had a very good outing for the Redbirds. And, of course, the bullpen stepped up, did their job. Even Ron Helsley got some work in yesterday. It was a good day and a happy flight for the Cardinals as they arrive in Pittsburgh to take on division rival Pirates. They won 8 of their last 10, and they find themselves just 2 games behind the Redbirds in the divisional standings and a half game back for the 3rd and final wild card spot in the...
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Exceptional customer service. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Your home of the Cardinals. KMOX.
It's a little cloudy here in Pittsburgh. The rain was in the area earlier, but we don't expect any showers tonight, so hopefully we'll have a nice, dry, quick, clean, successful ball game between the Cardinals and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Let's tell you about our lineups this evening. Sponsored by Spectrum. Get Spectrum Internet, mobile, and TV. for the Cardinals. Oliver Marmol brings his ball club into the night's action with a pretty good ball club, winning 2 of their last 3, and he starts his lineup off with Mason Wynn. He'll be at shortstop with Alec Burleson in right field. Wilson Contreras is a designated hitter this evening with Brendan Donovan in the cleanup spot playing left field. Nolan Arenado is at third base this evening with Lars Nootbaar. He gets a start in center field. Paul Goldschmidt homered in the 7th spot yesterday. He'll be at first base. Nolan Gorman will be at second base, and Pedro Pages will be behind the plate. So it's Wynn, Burleson, Contreras, Donovan, Arenado, Nootbaar, Goldschmidt, Gorman, Pages for the Cardinals. Derek Shelton's the manager for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and he starts his line off with Andrew McCutchen. He's the designated hitter, followed by Bryan Reynolds, who will play left field. O'Neal Cruz is the shortstop with Nick Gonzalez. He's the second baseman. He'll be in the cleanup spot. Roddy Tellez will be at first base this evening with Ke'Bryan Hayes at third. Jack Sawinski gets the start in center field with
of the preferred home service provider of the St. Louis Cardinals.
You back in the game. The choice of an attorney is important and shouldn't be based solely on advertising.
The Cardinals on KMOX.
The home plate umpire tonight is Ryan Blakely. Jim Wolf will be at first. Alan Porter's a crew chief. He'll be at second base. And Sean Barber will be at third base as they have exchanged lineup cards between the Cardinal manager Oliver Marmol and Derek Shelton for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And we're just waiting for the Pirates to take the field. They're a little tardy this evening. We're going to have a nice crowd on hand. You know, as we mentioned earlier, it rained quite a bit, so I'm not sure if anyone thought we'd have a big crowd. I'm going to say, now I'm not in the Ricky Horton category of assumption.
Well, who is?
Yeah, that's right. We're going to have probably 20,000. Just going to say, as the Pirates are led out on by the field by Mitch Keller, he's going to be the starting pitcher for the Pirates this evening. And we'll give you their defensive alignment as well as we go from left to right in the outfield. It'll be Bryan Reynolds, Jack Sawinski, and Connor Joe. On the infield, Ke'Bryan Hayes. If he can stay healthy, he's going to be a really good player. He's only played 74 games so far this season. O'Neal Cruz, you've heard about him and his range and his throwing arm, but the Cardinals have a guy who can cut it loose with the best of them. He'll be at shortstop. Nick Gonzalez is the second baseman, and Roddy Tellez is the first baseman with Joey Bart behind the plate. Cardinals lineup this evening. Mason Wynn starts things off. He'll be leading off, followed by Alec Burleson and Wilson Contreras. And those three have been red hot since the All-Star break has ended, and they have been swinging the bat extremely well. Think about the fact that Wynn has 2 triples Burley has a home run. Contreras has a home run. Donovan has a home run. Arenado has a home run. Nootbaar has a home run. Goldschmidt has a home run. And Gorman has a home run. That's all in a 3-game series against the Atlanta Braves. So the Cardinals hope to keep that rolling as they roll into Pittsburgh. Pirates just 2 games behind the Cardinals in the standings. They're in 3rd place. And the Cardinals want to make sure that they can keep them in 3rd place and beyond with this 3-game series. This is going to be a good one before the Cardinals come back home, and they'll face the Washington Nationals. Well, Joey Bart fires it down to second base. Around the horn it goes. We're just about set for Cardinal baseball, and tonight's first pitch is sponsored by Rawlings, the official baseball of Major League Baseball. And for the first pitch tonight, the voice of the Cardinals is John Rooney.
Okay, thank you, Claves. As Ricky Horton is away until Friday, Mike Claiborne will finish up with us the rest of this road trip, and that means 3 games in Pittsburgh. And tonight, it's Mitch Keller, who has lost twice to the Cardinals. His first pitch of the game, Mason Wynn swings, and he hits it high in the air, right center field. Moving over, the right fielder, Connor Joe, and he makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. At 6:41, our game time temperature is 70 degrees. It's 85 degrees in St. Louis. And the wind is blowing right to left at about 3 miles an hour. Very light wind here coming off the Allegheny River. We're going to be following several games for you tonight, including the Reds at the Braves. Here's a pitch outside for a ball to Alec Burleson. Burleson keeps looking to third base like he expects Mason Wynn to be there.
Mason Wynn with 2 triples in his last 2 games. And as he said earlier, man, RBIs are a lot more fun when the guy's already standing at third base.
There's a pitch that's taken for a strike on the outside corner. 1-1 on Burleson after the fly ball to right by Wynn. Burleson has hit .241 with 2 doubles and a homer against the Pirates. He swings and smacks it on the ground to the second baseman, handcuffing Gonzalez for a moment, but he picks it up and throws out Burleson. There's another hard hit ball by Burley.
He hits everything hard.
Edward Jones and the Cardinals are proud to announce that Matt Morris, Whitey Karofsky, and Dave Duncan, they're the newest members of the Cardinals Hall of Fame, join us for the induction ceremony at Ballpark Village on Saturday, September 7th. Learn more at cardinals.com/HOF. Wilson Contreras is in the number 3 spot. He's 5 for his last 13 and takes a slider outside. Now, Mitch Keller, over the last 12 starts since May the 6th, has a 10-2 record. The 2 losses at the hands of the Cardinals. There's a swing and a smash down the right field line. That ball is going to go foul and off the wall. He blistered that one the other way. And Contreras, who was better than halfway to first, comes back down the line, takes the bat from the bat boy, and heads to the right-handed batter's box.
We've seen Contreras go the opposite field with a lot more authority here recently.
He hit a home run in yesterday's game just inside the pole.
That was home run distance, just foul.
Contreras back in the box with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. 2 outs, nobody on base. We're just underway. The left field corner is unguarded as Contreras takes a pitch outside. Joey Bart, the former San Francisco Giants catcher, is behind the plate for the Pirates tonight. Rowdy Tellez at first. Gonzalez at second. O'Neill Cruz at shortstop. Key Brian Hayes over at third, playing deep off the line. The 2-1 pitch. That swung on and lined into left, a base hit. Rolling all the way out to Bryan Reynolds, who was playing in left center field. Contreras hit the ball directly to him, but Reynolds had to play it on the roll. Now, 4-game hitting streak for Contreras, where he's 6 out of his last 14. Yes, he hits everything hard, Claves, just like Burleson.
Yeah, all these guys at the top of the order are really starting to find the range. And Brendan Donovan is just a tick away from being in that category also.
Brendan Donovan in the cleanup spot. He stands with the left foot on the back line of the batter's box. Keller with the pitch. And Donnie takes a strike on the inside corner. Against the Pirates in 28 games, Donovan has hit .349, 10 doubles, 3 homers, and 14 RBIs. The pitch on the way. A swing and a foul ball back as Donovan was on the fastball. Fastball clocks in there, 94, 95 miles an hour from Keller. Keller was an all-star last year, but a 10-game winner at the break was not an all-star this year.
He's certainly all-star worthy, and he may have been 12-0 had he not faced the Cardinals, because he was very good in the first portion of the season.
Donovan takes a pitch inside and was nearly hit by it. And Donovan has been hit by a couple of pitches facing Mitch Keller. 4 for 15, a double, a homer, an RBI, and 2 hit by pitches head-to-head with Keller. Keller from the stretch, looks to first. The pitch. A strike on the inside corner. Oh, that was called a ball. Ooh, 2 balls, 2 strikes. All the Pirates on the infield were headed to the third base dugout. Now, we are really high up here, and Ryan Blakeney throws his right hand out in front of his body. Hard for us to see up here. 2-2 the count on Brendan Donovan, taking a close one for ball 2. The pitch. Inside, that one almost hit him. That was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. I think that 97, that uptick in velocity is out of frustration.
Exactly. I mean, that last pitch, even Donovan appeared to think he was out.
A lead at first for Contreras. He'll take off on the 3-2 pitch. There he goes, and the pitch is grounded foul off to the right. Rowdy Tellez is playing behind Contreras at first base. And they're playing Donovan to pull on the infield, a step or two toward left in the outfield. Bryan Reynolds is in left field, straight up. Connor Joe in right field, well off the line. And in center field, it's Jack Sawinski.
I'm not sure if Keller can beat Donovan inside.
The pitch is swung on, and it's popped up. Foul territory, third base side. Key Brian Hayes has it. The Cardinals are out in the first inning. The Pirates are coming up at PNC Park.
Hi, it's David Eckstein. I'm teaming up with the Cardinals and Mid-America Transplant to help save lives through organ and tissue donation. For me, this is personal because 4 people in my family received life-saving.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
But there's a solution. That's CarShield. With a plan through CarShield, you get 24/7 roadside assistance, courtesy towing, and, wait for it, help with those expensive repair bills. Call 1-800-486-9895 now to make sure you are safe against those automotive curveballs.
KMOX, the Cardinals play here.
It's Andrew McCutchen, the Pittsburgh Pirate DH, leading off. Former MVP in the National League. Back with the Pirates the last 2 years, the right-handed batter looks at strike one from Andre Pallante. Pallante on July the 4th went 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run on a Bryan Reynolds home run in the 4th inning. He gave up a walk and struck out 5. Now he's facing the Pirates, 0-0, bottom of the first, and a low cutter for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
One of the things we've learned about Pallante since he's been a regular in the rotation, his walk total has come down dramatically, which has kept him in a lot more ball games so far.
Pallante with the 1-1 pitch here. That swung on and missed.
Wow.
Nice live fastball moving in on McCutchen, who steps out, did not use up a timeout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. McCutchen has hit safely in 7 straight, 9 out of the last 27. Pallante with the pitch. That's grounded foul off to the left. Pallante was able to duplicate his pitching motion. And that's because he went back to the minor leagues and went into the starting rotation. He wanted more repetitions so he could become a lot more consistent with his delivery to the plate. The pitch is swung on and fouled right at the feet of the catcher, Pedro Paez.
Well, he's taken some big strides, Andre Pallante has, from a guy who was not sure whether he was a starter or a reliever and really couldn't refine either one of them. But going down early in the season has really made him a guy that's been more consistent and certainly effective for the Cardinals.
Now Pallante with the pitch to McCutchen. McCutchen swings and lines it to the third baseman, Nolan Arenado. One gone in the bottom of the first inning, and here comes Bryan Reynolds. Experience all the entertainment of the biggest bar in St. Louis, the Armory in Midtown. With nearly 6 acres of space, more than 40 interactive games, massive TV screens, and a 2-story slide, you have live entertainment, food, and drink. Learn more at ExploreSt.Louis.com. On our next road trip, we'll be going to the biggest bar in Chicago. Here's Reynolds batting left-handed. He takes a strike on a sinker at 97 knee high.
Oh, I sure hope they have enough ice.
You have the cups.
I got the cups. No doubt.
1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. They're playing Reynolds to pull, batting left-handed, and he takes a pitch low. That was scooped out of the dirt by Paez, who throws a new ball to the mound. Reynolds has been hot lately, 11 for his last 27, a homer and 5 RBIs. He went 5 for his last 11 against the Phillies, and just before Pallante could pitch on 1-1, time was called by Reynolds. Reynolds out of Vanderbilt, 29 years old. And I thought about 3 seasons ago he'd be playing for somebody else.
He decided he wanted to stick around Pittsburgh.
The pitch to him, a swing and a foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I'll tell you, he'll end up, he's a very good player. He could be in that same category with Andrew McCutchen somewhere down the road. McCutchen, so well thought of here in Pittsburgh, came back to finish out his career.
And that's something McCutchen wanted to do. He even called the owner and said, I'd like to come home.
Come back.
The 1-2 pitch. Reynolds lifts that one down the left field line. That's going out of play.
He was in Pittsburgh, in St. Louis the last time. I asked him, was he coming back next year? He said, I don't know why I wouldn't. I mean, I think he wants to continue to play.
Well, he's in very good health.
Yeah.
Good condition. And he brings a lot to their clubhouse in addition to their lineup.
No doubt.
Pallante on 1-2. The kick, the pitch for Reynolds. Check swing, and the fastball cuts inside.
That was the same pitch that we thought Brendan Donovan was out on.
An even count now for Reynolds. On deck, O'Neill Cruz. No score, bottom of the first inning. Game 1 of a 3-game series at PNC Park. The pitch for Reynolds, a ground ball to third. Arenado gloves it, throws a strike to Goldschmidt, 2 down. They better hit the ball to somebody else, I think.
It's never a good idea to hit him to Arenado or in his vicinity in the first place.
O'Neill Cruz, 10 hits in his last 29 at-bats, 6 runs scored, 2 homers, 11 RBIs, and that covers 7 games. That's the good news. The bad news, he has struck out 10 times over the last 7.
And 117 times so far this season.
Left-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Here comes Pallante. Throws ball 1 just inside. Didn't miss by much. O'Neill Cruz from the Dominican Republic, 25 years old. Played in about 9 games last year before an injury ended his season. The pitch. That is over but low. A sinker at about 95 miles an hour. 2 balls, no strikes. With the 117 strikeouts, Cruz has walked 24 times. A tall shortstop. Spread out in the left-handed batter's box. The pitch. High for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. And on deck, it's Nick Gonzalez.
As we like to say, he really resents walking. So this at bat may take a while.
The count at 3-0. Pallante with the pitch. Cruz hits a foul ball off his front foot. Cruz stands 6'7", 215 pounds. He can play forward.
Well, as big as they are in basketball now, he can play anywhere he wants to.
He can run, he can throw, and he can hit and hit for power. The pitch, a swing and a miss. Pallante threw the fastball belt high right down the middle and runs the count to 3-2.
As we mentioned earlier, Pallante eats left-handed hitters alive. I mean, the difference is so great. Over 124 points between righties and lefties. O'Neal Cruz is 7th in baseball with 117 strikeouts.
From 3-0 to 3-2, the windup by Pallante, the payoff pitch. And that is up and in, ball 4. It took a while, but Cruz walked for the 25th time. Each team has had a base runner in the first inning. The third-place hitter in the Cardinal lineup, Wilson Contreras, got a base hit. Cruz takes a walk, and here is Nick Gonzalez. Gonzalez, a number 1 pick in 2020 by the Pirates, hit safely his last 4 hits in each, and 1 hit in each game, going 4 for 17. Pallante checks on first, throws over there, high throw, almost picked off Goldschmidt instead of the runner Cruz. Cruz is 7 out of 8 stealing bases.
You look at Gonzalez's numbers, not what you would call a prototypical cleanup hitter. He bounced around in the order, just 5 home runs. He's driven in 37 on the season.
Here's Pallante checking on first again. And the pitch. Jammed him in a foul ball back to the screen. 95 inside corner.
You know, one of the things we've noticed with Pallante, he is challenging the right-handed hitter, really trying to jam him a lot more, keeping him off balance, and that's one of the reasons why that total, the batting average total against right-handers, has gone down a great deal.
Now that walk is the 20th walk against 41 strikeouts for Pallante in 52 innings. Cruz is leaning, he's going. The pitch, a ball, the throw to second, hops, and Cruz is safe. Cruz got a good jump. Gorman put the tag down. The Cardinals are checking with the video room, but it looked like Cruz was able to get the hand in on second base. And he did not come off the bag.
Well, one of the things about Pallante, the fact his delivery is a little herky-jerky, a little delayed in his delivery, and that's all some of these base runners need to get that extra step to be able to steal a base.
Gonzalez has a runner in scoring position now. The 25-year-old second baseman holds the bat high over the right shoulder. Pallante's pitch, that's a little bit low. Close to a knee-high strike, but not close enough for the home plate umpire, Ryan Blakeney. 2-1, the count favors Gonzalez, who's 0 for 3 with a strikeout, head-to-head with Pallante. Gorman plays up the middle at second base. As Pallante takes a look to second, brings it in, and there's a line drive down the right field line, foul. Goes off the screen.
Ball girl almost had it and bounced off the screen out into the field.
Beautiful ballpark here, PNC Park.
One of the best-looking ballparks in baseball. Great
and
sight
the newly
lines.
renovated Roberto Clemente Bridge beyond the center field fence. Crossing the Allegheny, the Clemente wall, 21 feet high down the right field line. And on that foul ball, Gonzalez broke a bat, so there's more wood for the winter fire. As Gonzalez comes back to the plate with a two-tone bat. There's the black barrel and the natural handle. The 2-2 pitch with Cruz. Good speed at second. A swing and a foul. Pajes couldn't hold on. In fact, that went off his glove, off his mask. Pedro's doing the catching. Goldie is at first. Gorman at second. Wynn at short. Arenado at third. Burleson is in right field. Nootbaar is playing center and shading Gonzalez toward right center field. The left fielder is Brendan Donovan playing off the line, but there's a lot of room between Donovan and Nootbaar in the outfield. The 2-ball, 2-strike pitch. No score in the first. Outside a full count. On deck, Rowdy Tellez.
Already 24 pitches for Pallante here in the first inning.
Pallante shaking off one sign he hears from the pitch comm. Now he's in agreement with Pajes. From the stretch, the 3-2 pitch for Gonzalez. Jammed him in a foul ball over the screen. That would have been ball 4 inside. Gonzalez went to New Mexico State. As I mentioned, a number 1 pick in 2020. Plants the right foot near the back line of the batter's box, an open stance. 3-2, runner at second, 2 outs. Pallante has a disengagement. Cruz goes back to the second base bag. He'll get a good lead as Gorman's playing well away from the bag. Now on 3-2, here's another pitch from Pallante to Nick Gonzalez. Ground ball right back to Pallante. He has it, underhands to Goldschmidt, and that leaves Cruz in scoring position. After one, no score in Pittsburgh.
We looked at a lot of new home communities before deciding to build with Fisher and Fritchel.
We heard there was a significant... Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
All your personalized savings, and they change weekly. Personalized savings just for you in the Schnucks Rewards app.
The Cards on KMOX.com.
No score. We're in the second inning. PNC Park in Pittsburgh. And the leadoff batter for the Redbirds is Arenado, going after the first pitch, fouling it back. Arenado is trying to snap out of an 0 for 7 over the last week. 7 for 25, 6 runs scored. A home run and 3 RBIs over his last 7 games. The pitch by Keller is a slider outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Against Keller, Arenado's 4 for 22. He has 2 extra base hits, a double, a homer, and 4 RBIs. Keller's pitch, Arenado is crowded by a fastball that nearly hit him. He had to jump out of the way. 2-1.
Well, Keller's not afraid to throw inside, as he's shown against Brendan Donovan and now Nolan Arenado.
He has hit 12 batters. Arenado takes a breaking pitch. Felt high, called a ball. That could have been strike 2. Instead, it's ball 3, and Keller's not very happy with Ryan Blakeney.
They're not on the same page, that's for sure.
Blakeney is calling balls and strikes tonight. The 3-1 pitch, Arenado takes outside and takes a walk for the 27th time this year. The Cardinals have their leadoff man on, and Keller's not at all happy. That walk is the 31st compared to 105 strikeouts in 115 and a third. As Nootbaar comes up, we'll get to a station ID in a moment. Nootbaar planted one over the center field wall for a homer yesterday, and a pitch way inside. Let's pause here for a station ID on the Cardinals network, powered by Graybar.
Proficient is a global digital consulting leader and one of St. Louis's fastest growing public companies and a proud partner of the St. Louis Cardinals. When the world needs big thinking and innovative ideas, Proficient has them.
KMOX, KEZK, HD2, K254CR, St. Louis.
Here's Keller to Nootbaar. The fastball catches the outside corner at 94 miles an hour. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mike Claiborne is with us. Jim Jackson is our producer engineer. Ricky Horton will rejoin us Friday night when the Cardinals take on the Nationals at Busch Stadium at 7:15. The 1-1 pitch with a runner on. Nootbaar checks his swing and takes a slider low and in. 2 balls and a strike. Nootbaar's hit safely his last 3, 4 for 10. He hit his 7th home run of the year yesterday. He has 21 RBIs and has spent 2 stints on the injured list. Playing center field tonight. The pitch to him, and there's a ground ball to the second baseman. Gonzalez tags the runner and throws to first too late to get a double play. Arenado ran right to Gonzalez, stopped, fell down. Gonzalez had to move over, tag him, then try to make a quick throw, and could not double up Nootbaar. Well, very well done for Arenado.
It's one of the things the Cardinals work on a lot in spring training, base running and trying to draw throws and just take the infielders out of their regular position and try and draw a throw and just delay things in order to make sure somebody stays on base.
And that was just long enough for Nootbaar to make it ahead of the throw by Gonzalez. Good job by Arenado. The fastball strike call to Paul Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt is 1 for his last 12, and that was a home run in his first at bat yesterday, moving from the middle of the order to number 7. Batting 7th again tonight. Goldschmidt has 2 doubles and a homer with 3 RBIs while facing Keller. The pitch, Paul swings, and he drives the ball into center field. That's a hit. Picking it on a hop, Sawinski's throw goes toward third. Nootbaar is on second, Goldschmidt on first, and here's Nolan Gorman.
Goldschmidt hit that one basically off the end of the bat that just landed in center field.
Now they pitch him away so much. And that was away from him, probably off the plate by an inch or two.
He kept his hands back just long enough to be able to guide it in the center field. Didn't try and pull it.
And now Nolan Gorman 0 for his last 6. 4 hits in the last 24 at-bats, and over the last 7 games, Nolan has struck out 15 times. But he can unload at any time. The pitch, a strike called inside corner. 95 and sinking from Mitch Keller.
Nolan currently leads all of baseball in strikeouts with 134.
He has hit 18 home runs while driving in 49. The pitch, a swing and a foul ball back.
That was a good pitch there. And Keller's game plan right now, John, appears I'm going to work inside, and then maybe show them the slider to see if they chase.
It's 0-2. Let's see if Keller makes an 0-2 mistake to Gorman. If he does, it'll cost him. The pitch, there's a foul at the plate. Snooks is stepping up to the plate with a sweet treat for you. When the Cardinals hit a home run, you score 1 free freshly made donut the next day, like today at Snooks, using the digital coupon only in the Snooks Rewards app and while supplies last. Cardinals hit 4 home runs in the game yesterday. And they won 2 out of 3 over Atlanta. 2 on, 1 out. From the stretch, Keller, the 0-2 pitch here for Nolan Gorman. A swing and a foul over the screen, straight back in the lower level, way back. 0-2. Now, Ozzie Albies was hurt on a stolen base by Michael Ciani. The throw from Darno went right into the sliding Ciani, and a hand injury has put Albies on the IL, and Whit Merrifield was signed. The runners go. The pitch is swung on, and a ground ball to second. The Cardinals stay out of a double play. The throw to first by Gonzalez retires Gorman, but Nootbaar is on third, Goldschmidt on second for Pedro Pages.
Good play by Gorman. He was trying to protect the plate, put the ball in play. The runners advance, and Pedro Pages, John, is hitting .318 with runners in scoring position. So when he does put it in play with runners on base, good things start to happen.
But I do like sending the runners there, making Gorman concentrate on putting the ball in play, and he did. He couldn't get it through the infield, but he advanced the runners. Pages takes a pitch for a strike. Pedro's on a 9-game hitting streak. 10 out of 31, a double, a triple, 5 RBIs. He's trying to put the Cardinals on the board. The 9th place hitter facing Keller. And he's 1 for 3 with an RBI against Keller. The runners lead. The pitch outside. Backhanded by Joey Bart. 96 on that gun reading. The fastball from Mitch Keller. Born in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. 6'3", 200 pounds. He's 28 years old. With runners at second and third, Pages takes a strike on the outside corner. Borderline call going to Keller.
2 big runs on the bases for the Cardinals right here. And the bottom of the order has cashed in recently a lot when it comes to.
Uses up his timeout, Claves.
Yeah, this is something he's worked on. Let's see what happens here.
Now on 1-2, the runners lead at second and third. The pitch by Keller, check swing, slider outside. Pages was able to hold up. On the appeal, Jim Wolf indicates no swing, 2-2.
You know, about 3 weeks ago, he would have swung at that pitch. But he's starting to figure out the hitting game from a big league standpoint.
And he's getting a lot of regular at-bats.
Yes, he is.
Right-hander against right-hander. Newbar at third, Goldschmidt at second. 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch from Keller. A swing and a slowly hit ball up the third base line. Key Brian Hayes throws out Pages. The Cardinals strand 2. They've left 3 on. We go to the bottom of the second in Pittsburgh, 0-0.
Hey, baseball fans. Do you love dairy, but lactose doesn't love you? Hi.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
To one that respects life no matter the circumstance. For more information on Vitae Foundation, visit adsforlife.org. That's adsforlife.org.
KMOX is Cardinals Radio.
Left-handed batting first baseman Rowdy Tellez played for Dylan Carlson's father in Elk Grove, California. We saw a lot of him with Milwaukee, now a Pittsburgh Pirate, batting fifth in the lineup for Derek Shelton. The first pitch by Pallante is over for a strike at the knees. 3 hits in the last 19 at-bats for Tellez, 4 RBIs, a walk and 5 strikeouts. He comes in hitting .242. He's the leadoff man in the second of a scoreless game, and he takes low for a ball, 1-1.
You mentioned he was in Milwaukee. He had a couple of good years there with the power. Didn't hit for average very much, but if he runs into one, probably need a new one.
35 homers in 2022. The pitch, and it is just inside a fastball. 2-1.
You know, one of the things we've seen with Pallante since he's been inserted as a starter, his velocity is up consistently now. 95, 96 with the fastball.
And the 2-1 here for Tellez. That's a low fastball. 3-1 in a game brought to you by Budweiser, official beer sponsor of Major League Baseball. Crack open the game with Budweiser and enjoy unrivaled flavor and refreshment. After Tellez, it's Key Brian Hayes. The pitch by Pallante, swung on and fouled. And the count goes to 3 balls, 2 strikes. Good to have you with us on this Monday night. KHMO in Hannibal, Missouri is our featured station on the Cardinals Network, powered by Gray Bar. Lance Lynn against Paul Skeens tomorrow. Lynn 5-4. Skeens, who started the All-Star game for the National League, is 6-0. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Tellez hits a drive into right center field, and that ball is going to get past Burleson and go off the wall. Fielded by Burleson on a bounce. The throw not in time to get Tellez, who has a stand-up double. Only his second hit in the last 9 at-bats, but he's in scoring position for Key Brian Hayes. The 10th double for Tellez.
Tellez hit that into the power alley here in right center field. Good play by Burleson. He covered a lot of ground to get to that ball and turn and throw. Made a good throw into second base, but Tellez had already arrived there.
The ball took a bounce at the wall, went right to Burleson. But Tellez made it standing at second. Now Ke'Bryan Hayes. Hayes takes a pitch. Outside corner, called a ball.
Hayes hitting .245. He's only driven in 21 runs. As we mentioned earlier, he's only played in 74 games this season.
3 hits in his last 12 at-bats. Trying to advance, Tellez. Nobody out and a runner at second in a 0-0 game. Pallante's pitch. Low for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. The hit is the first for the Pirates. They've had 2 base runners. Cruz walked, stole second, and was left in scoring position in the first inning. Now Tellez takes his lead. And the pitch by Pallante. Low for a ball. 3 balls, no strikes.
Pallante having a tough time finding his location against the right-handed hitters.
He has a left-handed batter coming up next, and Jack Sawinski. 3-0 on Ke'Bryan Hayes. He has walked 19 times. The pitch. Fastball, strike. 19 times compared to 57 strikeouts. Hayes, he's from Tomball, Texas. The pitch. A strike on the inside corner. From 3-0 to 3-2. But in the process of falling behind, the pitch count is moving up on Pallante, who's thrown 37.
That's the pitch he's got to be able to establish a little bit more on that inside corner.
On 3-2 with a runner at second and nobody out. Pallante deals to Hayes. A foul ball back to the screen. That was a center cut. 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
If he can throw that sinker down and in, those right-handed hitters will just foul it off or miss it. Can't get hurt that way.
Hayes stands deep in the batter's box. His father, Charlie, was a world champion and a good third baseman. The 3-2 pitch. There's a ball fouled. Upper deck down the right field line. They'll do it again on 3-2, Claves.
And right now, Pallante's just pumping fastballs. Not in the same spot. He's in and out.
Trying to find a way to strike out Ke'Bryan Hayes. And then go after Sawinski. And then at the bottom of the order, Connor Joe, the right fielder, is a right-handed batter. First things first, the 3-2 pitch for Hayes. That's swung on and grounded to third. Arenado has it, looks the runner back to second, and throws out Hayes. And that's as good as a strikeout, a ground ball that couldn't advance Tellez.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Nolan Arenado and Mason Wynn really have that synergy going. As soon as the ball was hit, Wynn sprinted to third base in the event of Tellez thinking he could take third while Arenado was fielding the ball. A lot of times guys take that play for granted.
Mason Wynn knows what he's doing out there.
Does.
Far beyond the age of 22. Here's Sawinski. He's from Chicago, Illinois, Taft High School. The pitch. Inside for a ball. Sawinski has gone 3 for 5 with a homer and a strikeout. Head-to-head with Pallante. Sawinski has been a good mistake hitter and a hitter for power. Pallante's pitch to him. There's a ground ball to the second baseman. The throw by Gorman. Sawinski is out. And stopping at third base, Rowdy Tellez, 2 outs.
That's Pallante's game, the ground ball.
And now Connor Joe and right-handed batting Joey Bart bats ninth, coming out to the on-deck circle. Connor Joe, only 3 hits in his last 13 at-bats, covering his last 7 games. Hasn't played that much recently. He's a .222 hitter against the Cardinals with a homer and 11 RBIs over the years. Here's Pallante's pitch. And he pours in a fastball at 97. Strike 1 called. A lead double by Tellez. And with 2 outs, the Pirate first baseman takes his lead in foul territory at third, talking to Nolan Arenado over there. The 0-1 pitch here. Connor Joe takes inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. That was picked out of the dirt by Pajes. He tosses a new ball to Andre Pallante, a 25-year-old right-hander. Losing pitcher on July 10th against Kansas City, game 1 of a doubleheader, giving up 4 earned runs, a homer, 6 hits in all, over 6 1/3. He walked 1, struck out 5. Didn't pitch badly, but he was the loser in that one. The pitch. Fastball.
Sure
a little bit
that
high.
one was.
2-1 on Connor Joe.
Connor Joe.
He started out with the Pirates. He was the 39th overall pick in 2014, made by the Pittsburgh Pirates. Played college ball at San Diego. The pitch to him, slider outside. 3-1, and so many deep counts the first 2 innings for Pallante.
That's not good for him, and
not good for the bullpen.
He
26 in the first inning, 20 pitches so far in the second.
He doesn't have command of very much right now. He's relying. He's going to have to go back to the fastball.
Starter at third. And here's the 3-1. A swing and a line drive toward Burleson. He has it hit high. Connor Joe lines out. Mike Claiborne has the third. No score in Pittsburgh.
Let me grab my car keys and we'll roll.
We still go. Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
July 28th, Missouri State University Day at Busch Stadium. For tickets or details, visit cardinals.com/theme. St. Louis Cardinals for the Lou.
98.7 FM is Cardinals Radio.
As we go to the top of the third here in Pittsburgh, there's no score between the Cardinals and the Pirates. The leadoff man is Mason Wynn. He stands in and waits on the first pitch from Mitch Keller, and it's high for a ball.
Ooh, that was belt high, too.
Yeah. As you mentioned earlier, we're a long way from home plate, but it just seems like Mitch Keller might be off just a smidge. As Mason Wynn grounds one to his counterpart, that's O'Neal Cruz. He's up and over, and Wynn is out. And that's how we start off things here in the third inning. Hey, On the Run is serious about our hometown team.
How serious?
Well, I'm glad you asked. When the Cardinals score 6, drinks are just 60 cents the next day at participating locations, because On the Run is always St. Louis serious. Alec Burleson stands in. Burley had a pretty good run in Atlanta. He sees the first pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. Burleson was 6 for 14 with a home run against the Braves. Another pitch from Keller, and he fouls this one off over the Pirate dugout into the second level. Not a big crowd on hand, but a healthy one. I think maybe the rain or earlier today may have run off some people. For a ballpark this good looking, you would think you'd have more people out here.
And the way the Pirates have been playing.
Exactly. And Burley hits one right back up the middle for a base hit, as Alec Burleson continues to swing a hot bat. So a one-out single for the Cardinal right field, and that brings in Wilson Contreras, who had the Cardinals' first hit of the evening.
That's a 5-game hitting streak for Burleson, 9 out of 20 during that time.
So Contreras stands in. He's had some good success against Keller in his career.
He's 7 out of 18, 3 doubles and a home run.
And a home run. Let's see if he can hit another one. As Keller, pitching from the stretch, comes to the plate. And he pops this one up foul just below our broadcast position. Tell you what, if we get one up here, this might be as monumental as the one we received in Busch Stadium. The only foul ball to enter our booth in the entire time we've been there. Keller, pitching from the stretch, doesn't check the runner. Now he comes to the plate, and that pitch is outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on, 1 out. Top of the third, no score between the Cardinals and the Pirates.
Well, the last time we were here, Contreras hit a late game home run to tie the score, send the game to extra innings.
Now Contreras calls time, and he says, I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Then Contreras did it again in Washington.
He has hit some late inning home runs so far. Another pitch, and he turns on one and hits it down the left field line. This ball is curving foul. Home run distance, but just about 6 feet, 8 feet foul. Well, I'll tell you one thing, John. His bat is lightning quick right now.
He's been able to bat .279. This is a guy who missed 40 games with a broken arm and came back much quicker than many expected.
The next pitch, runner going. That pitch is a strike call. Strike him out, throw him out. And that's how the Cardinals end the inning. A double play. Strikeout by Contreras. They catch Burleson attempting to steal second for the second out of the inning, or the third out for the inning, and the Cardinals go down. No score.
of the year, and they have been among Remodeling Magazine's top 100 replacement contractors across the country for many years. This is Tom Ackerman. Mention me and receive 48 months interest-free financing on your next outdoor project with Chesterfield Fence and Deck, the sign you have the very best.
KingdomOX.com is Cardinals Radio.
To the bottom of the third we go, and Joey Bart leads things off for the Pirates. Bart broke in with the San Francisco Giants, was released earlier this year, and has found a home here in Pittsburgh. The first pitch from Andre Pallante is high for a ball. Cardinals have 3 hits. They've stranded 3 runners. The Pirates have 1 hit, and they've stranded 2. They also had a walk. As Pallante's next pitch is on the way, and that's a called strike. Bart on the season, hitting .253. He's hit 6 home runs, driven in 20 so far. Right-handed hitter, batting 9th in the order this evening. As Pallante goes into his delivery, it's on the way, and that's inside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike to Joey Bart. He'll be followed by Andrew McCutchen and Bryan Reynolds here in the bottom of the third. As Pallante About to uncork his 51st pitch. It's on the way, and that's a called strike. Breaking ball. Bart steps out of the box, but he's ready to go. Steps back in. Didn't call the timeout. Inside of 7 seconds on the clock as Pallante comes to the plate. Strike. Ooh. Call that a ball. So now the count's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff man for the inning, Joey Bart. Pallante has his location. Here's his pitch. Ground ball to Mason Wynn. He backhands. He comes up. He comes over, and he is out. We owe you a station break along the line, and we'll give it to you now on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar.
Skip the drive-thru line. Your favorite coffee house flavors are ready anytime with Prairie Farms' new barista-style single-served iced coffees, now at your local retailer. Visit prairiefarms.com.
KMOX, KEZK HD2, K254CR St. Louis.
Andrew McCutchen stands in. McCutchen lined out to Nolan Arenado to start things off for the Pirates. He's in the leadoff spot, the designated hitter. He sees the first pitch from Pallante, and it's a called strike. Andrew McCutchen, former MVP in the National League, has had a very good career. Open stance from the right side, holds the bat down low. The next pitch from Pallante, breaking ball, it's outside for a ball. They play Andrew to pull on the infield. They give him a whole lot of the left field line and right center. He leans back in the batter's box as Pallante goes into his windup. Here's his pitch, and that's outside for a ball. So Pallante missing a great deal on the outside corner. Been able to establish a little bit more of the inside portion of the plate. Not getting a lot of help from the home plate umpire, Ryan Blakeney, tonight. His next pitch is on the way, and there's a line drive into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. McCutchen rounds first. He's going to go into second, standing up with a one-out double. The Cardinals gave him a lot of the left field line, and he took full advantage of it. So McCutchen stands at second base with 1 out, and that'll bring up Bryan Reynolds. Reynolds grounded out to Nolan Arenado his first time up. He bats from the left side. He's a switch hitter.
That's 3 innings in a row. The Pirates have had a runner on second base. They left Tellez on third in the second.
Reynolds is a dangerous man right about now. And he's had some success. He's hit 2 home runs off of Pallante. Wide stance in the box. First pitch he sees is a called strike on the corner. Outside corner.
Yeah, and that was a curveball from Pallante.
Yeah, we haven't seen that very much. Bryan Reynolds hasn't seen it at all. He stepped out of the box to think about it for a second. He called a timeout. He's back in now as Pallante checks the runner at second. He comes to the plate. Ground ball to the second baseman. That's Nolan Gorman. He's up, he's over, he's out. McCutchen advances to third.
My, oh my, was Reynolds handcuffed.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we said, one thing about Pallante, he can do some damage against lefties. Hey, don't forget, for the new 2024, it's the Cardinals Polo giveaway on Sunday, July 28th. 25,000 fans ages 16 and older will receive a unique polo shirt to their wardrobe. Thanks to Busey Bank. For tickets, just visit cardinals.com/promotions. That's a good-looking polo.
Does that have Polo Ascensio's picture on it?
We can sell a lot more of those. There's a line drive base hit in the left field that runs scores from O'Neal Cruz with a base hit. And the Pirates draw the first blood here this evening against the Cardinals.
Boy, oh boy, he didn't waste any time going after a first pitch out over the plate. And an exit velocity of 102 miles an hour to drive in McCutchen.
And for Cruz, that's his 51st RBI of the season. That's one thing about him. He has velocity whether he's throwing it or swinging the bat. So that brings in Nick Gonzalez. Gonzalez tapped back to the mound his first time up. The first pitch from Pallante is outside for a ball.
Not very many first pitch strikes for Pallante.
No, and that's something that he was very good at his last few outings. But he's had to labor this evening. He's at 61 pitches. As he pitches from the stretch, Cruz has a short lead from first. Pitch on the way. There's a ball that's popped up foul out of play, right behind home plate, about 6 rows behind home plate.
Right now, Pallante's looking at a 5-inning outing at best.
I think the operative term at best. Cardinals have a fairly rested bullpen. There are some guys who could use some work, but you have probably a bullpen game on Wednesday. There's a pitch in the dirt, good save by Pages. A bullpen game perhaps on Wednesday. Lance Lynn is scheduled to go tomorrow. Lance can get you 6. So the bullpen, who was well rested going into this series, might be a little tattered before we get out of Pittsburgh. But that depends on what Pallante can do here. He leans in, checks the runner at first. That's O'Neal Cruz, who's already stolen a base this evening. He comes to the plate, runner going. There's a swing and there's a miss. There's a throw, and he is safe again. So O'Neal Cruz has stolen twice now off of Andre Pallante. He's in scoring position. And now Nick Gonzalez has a chance to drive in another run. Gonzalez, on the season, is hitting .291 with runners in scoring position. He's a right-handed hitter. We've seen him bat in a couple of different spots in the order so far this season. He's in the cleanup spot tonight. The next pitch from Pallante, there's a ground ball to Mason Wynn. He comes up with it, holds the runner at second, goes to first for the out, and that'll do it for the Pittsburgh Pirates. They score a run. They strand one as well. We go to the 4th inning. Pittsburgh leads 1-0.
Did you get us switched over to not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing? Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
And share them with the people they love. When you want to see your absolute best for life, be seen at Clarkson Eye Care. For a limited time, get 40% off your first pair of glasses and 50% off your second pair.
Your home of the Cardinals, KMOX.
Brendan Donovan stands in. The first pitch he sees is a called strike. My esteemed colleague John Rooney thinks that he's going to hit a home run tonight. And he turns on the pitch, but he lines it right to the second baseman. That's Nick Gonzalez for the first out of the inning.
Put a good swing on it, but had to pull the arms in just a little bit. And Keller is on a roll. He stranded a runner in the first, 2 in the second, and got to strike him out, throw him out, double play in the third. And then his team responded with a run in the bottom of the third.
Nolan Arenado stands in. He drew a walk his first time up. Nolan has hit a home run off of Keller before, and he hits this one in the center field. Center fielder comes in, and that's Jack Sawinski. He waves off everybody. 2 up, 2 down.
Two very fast
going
outs.
Too quick. Hey, the Cardinals care. The All-Star 50-50 rollover raffle presented by DraftKings at the Casino Queen is now going on. You can purchase tickets by July 26th for a chance to win the Paul Goldschmidt autographed 2022 All-Star Game Baseball. You can visit Cardinals.com/5050 for tickets. And Lars Nootbaar sees the first pitch sail way wide for a ball.
Goldschmidt hit a home run at Dodger Stadium in that game.
He sure did. Now Nootbaar calls time. He has something in his eye, and here comes head trainer Adam Olson to come out and see what he can do. Is he going to blow in it, or? I mean, I don't know which. I mean, that's what we used to do. I mean, maybe he has some sort. Maybe his contacts.
Has some eye drops.
Yeah.
And Nootbaar says, "Thanks a lot, Adam."
Yeah, thanks for the. You didn't have to give me the other thing. You gave me the saline solution, so he's good to go.
You didn't get the can of air out. Yeah, I think you'd hear that.
All right, Nuke's ready to go. 2 out in the inning. 2 quick outs as Mitch Keller is on a little bit of a roll right now. You can see why he's won 10 games by the way he started this game off. He goes into his windup. Here's his pitch to Lars Nootbaar, and it's low for a ball. One of our good friends, Randy Carricker, inquired, should Joey Bart be nicknamed? I bet he's heard that name before in somebody's clubhouse. The Sheriff?
The Sheriff, yes.
Another pitch inside corner for a called strike.
Well, Mongo like Sheriff Bart.
2 balls and a strike to Lars Nootbaar. As we are here in the top of the 4th, Pirates lead 1-0. Another pitch to Nootbaar, and he grounds this one into left field for a base hit. So Nuke finds his way on base for the second time tonight. He reached on the fielder's choice the first time up. And that'll bring up Paul Goldschmidt. Goldie had a base hit his first time up this evening. So let's see if Paul can keep this inning moving in the right direction. Right-handed hitter. Waits on the first pitch from Mitch Keller. And it's on the way, and it's a called strike. Frank Pulley used to have that strike call where it was like it was a punching action, which is great if you're standing in front of you. But, you know,
well, maybe not if you're too close.
Well, that's true, too. So it can be a little bit of a delay if we give you a ball or a strike. Here's another pitch. That's a strike. We can see that from here. So Goldie's now in the hole, 0-2.
He gets to 0-2 more than anybody in baseball.
Man, oh, man.
And I think that's a fact.
So let's see what he can do. 0-2. Keller swings one way outside, just to see if Goldie was going to chase, because a lot of people have been able to get him with that pitch, but that was basically in the left-handed batter's box. So here we go with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Nootbaar with a short lead off of first. Keller comes to the plate. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes he goes. He chased another pitch out of the zone. The Cardinals strand a runner. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Redbirds trail 1-0.
Feel the sizzling heat of summer.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
PITTSBURGH. All of our products are backed by our 110% money-back guarantee. Our industry-leading nutritional supplements will help you maximize your potential. Never settle for less than your best. Visit firstform.com today.
The Cardinals on KMOX.
Rowdy Tellez stands in. He had a leadoff double his first time up. He's a left-handed hitter facing Andre Pallante. First pitch he swings at, and he misses. Tellez is that prototypical husky first baseman. Big, strong, sturdy guy. He can hit it a long way if he makes contact. Balanced stance in the box. He waits on the next pitch, and that pitch is just outside for a ball. Tellez on the season. You can put a charge into one. He's hit 8 home runs. He's driven in 34. But as John mentioned earlier, he had a 35 home run season with the Milwaukee Brewers. He threw him a changeup and a knuckle curve, and he swung through that. Really had him off balance that time. So now he finds himself in the hole, 1 ball, 2 strikes. They play him to pull on the infield, straight up in the outfield. And deep. The next pitch to Tellez, he grounds this one to Mason Wynn. He charges, he comes up, he comes over, and he is out. And that's how we start the bottom of the 4th.
That throw to first by Wynn was clocked at 52 miles an hour. He didn't have to throw it any harder to get Tellez on that ground.
He could have thrown an underhand over and would have been able to get Tellez. And Ke'Bryan Hayes makes his way to the plate. Hayes grounded out to third his first time up. Right-handed hitter. Closed stance in the box. Waits on the first pitch from Andre Pallante. It's on the way. Ground ball to Mason Wynn. He's going to have to hurry on this one. He comes up, comes over, he got him.
Well, that was just a warm-up, that throw on Tellez.
6-3 on the putout. Hey, Gray Bar is your electrical and datacom distributor, helping to power, connect, or maintain your operations.
Yep.
Gray Bar does that. I also heard Jim Jackson on part of that. We do that one in stereo.
That's actually quadraphonic.
You know,
I had three of us, so it's quadraphonic.
I had a set of those speakers one time back in the day. There's a pitch on the inside corner.
We had Ricky here. We could be quadraphonic.
Had the Marantz receiver and the quadraphonic speakers.
Oh, well.
What a bachelor pad that used to be. Next pitch to Jack Suwinski. Here's a ball. So 2 balls, no strikes. Now we've seen Pallante throw a few more knuckle curveballs. Suwinski, Pirates center fielder, leans back, waits on another pitch. He's in the hole with a 2 ball, no strike count. He sees ball 3 now. So Pallante would say he's laboring, but he's not in a real good groove as we've seen him in his most recent outings. 73 pitches for him. Nothing doing in the Cardinal bullpen. Next pitch from Pallante. That's low for a ball, so a 4-pitch walk. A 2-out walk, and that'll bring up Connor Joe. For Pallante, that's the second walk he's issued tonight. Connor Joe steps up. He's a right-handed hitter. Joe had a chance to maybe break things open with the Pirates, but he couldn't get anything going as he flew to Alec Burleson. As a pitch has popped into short right field. That's curving foul, though. Hits the screen, bounces back onto the field. Ball person retrieves it.
You remember a player named Sutsugo?
Yes.
And then Daniel Vogelback.
Vogelback is the one we couldn't think of earlier. You're right.
And then Rowdy Tellez. They're basically the same
guy. And they can all play.
And they can hit the ball a mile.
Offensive guard or defensive tackle. Or a good bouncer somewhere. But they're professional baseball players, and that's good enough. As a pickoff play, now they have him hung up. Now they throw down the second, and did they get him? No. He got under the tag. That ball got away from Paul Goldschmidt. It was a high throw to Mason Wynn, and the runner, Suwinski, was able to get under the tag. So now the Pirates have a runner at second with 2 out.
Oh, my. They had that diagnosed, but Goldie couldn't get the ball out of his glove.
No, plain and simple. And that's a play he makes 99.9% of the time.
But not there.
So now Connor Joe with a 1-strike count. Now there's a conversation between Pages and the home plate umpire, Ryan Blakeney. And Ali Marmol wants to come out and have a conversation. I think they want to check on some things here. And now he wants to talk to the crew chief. That's Alan Porter. So let's see what this is all about. Ali's pretty animated about it. So now we're going to get a replay. But now he wants to talk to Derek Shelton. They may say he was running out of the base pass, John.
That might be, you might be onto something there.
Now Derek Shelton is throwing his hands up like he's not happy with
he's not happy with what's going on here. There's going to be a discussion between Jim Wolf, Alan Porter, and Ryan Blakeney once Porter and Shelton are finished with their conversation.
Alan Porter trying to explain what's going on. Shelton nods his head, says, okay. So Alan Porter's going to give us an explanation.
St. Louis is challenging the safe call at second base.
Well, we have eyes on this umpire review brought to you by Clarkson Eye Care. Be seen at Clarkson Eye Care.
It looked like
a
maybe
foot came off the bag before the right leg and right foot came over second. And the crew chief made the call at second base. Every now and then, a call is overturned, made by the crew chief, but
not a lot of them, though.
Not a lot, though.
But see, I thought he was running out of the base path because he kind of took a wide turn toward the grass.
He was cutting down Goldschmidt's angle to throw. We get a look at it on the big screen here now at the ballpark.
Now,
his left foot hit the bag, then popped in the air, and I think he's out.
And, you know, Porter could not see that play because Mason Wynn tagged him on the back, and he couldn't see that element of it. But he
we get the center field view of it.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. The runner is safe.
Well,
St. Louis
loses
their
call.
challenge.
It looked like that foot came off the bag. The Cardinals lose their challenge.
So we have a runner at second now with 2 out.
I think the thing that Shelton was upset about was the time it took to ask for the review.
Well, Ali, I thought, well, Pages also was talking to the umpire, too. That's always kind of a gray area because there's no clock. You know, it's one of those things where you kind of assume it's going to take place in a reasonable period of time. So let's see what Pallante can do here with Connor Joe with a 1-strike count. Now Connor Joe calls a timeout. This thing has gone on for about 5 minutes, and now
he has to take a timeout before the first pitch after the review.
Okay.
That's comical.
That's kind of like a guy coming in after the All-Star break saying he needs a day off.
That has been done.
I've heard that. I've heard that before. All right, so Pallante checks the runner at second. Now comes to the plate. And Joe pops one up, and that's going to be foul over the Cardinal dugout, well out of play. So it's a 2-strike count to Connor Joe.
Pallante is at 76 pitches as we play here in the 4th inning.
Got to get him through 5.
That they do.
As Pallante looks at the runner at second, rocks, now comes to the plate. In the dirt, good save by Pages to keep it in front of him. The runner cannot advance.
That was a slider that took a bounce off Pages' chest protector and up the third base line.
I'll tell you, John, he's really good at that, being able to.
He's a good catcher.
Yes, he is. He's got good hands, good footwork.
And he's getting better and better every game. He made the jump from AA to the big leagues.
You don't see that a lot, especially at that position. 1 ball, 2-strike count to Connor Joe. Pallante's pitch outside for a ball, so it's 2-2. PNC Park is where we're at, the home of the Pittsburgh Pirates, one of the best looking ballparks in baseball, one of the best scenic views in baseball. If you haven't put this one on your bucket list, make sure you come by. It's well worth it. As Pallante's next pitch is on the way. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes he goes. Connor Joe goes down on strikes to end the inning. They strand a runner. We go to the 5th inning. John Rooney will have it. The Pirates lead 1-0.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Plants, schools, hospitals.
So you could say Graybar is much more than a distributor.
Yeah, you could say that. When you need a hand powering, connecting, or maintaining your operations, join the thousands of professionals who rely on Graybar to help keep them up and running. Yeah, Graybar does that.
KMOX, the Cardinals play here.
Award-winning Katie's Pizza and Pasta, featuring regional Italian cuisine with a modern twist. Only steps away from Busch Stadium at Ballpark Village. Visit today or make a reservation at katie'spizzaandpasta.com. The Cardinals are batting in the 5th inning. Nolan Gorman leads off. 1-0 in favor of the Pirates. Keller's first pitch in there for a strike. On our Dobbs Tire and Auto Center scoreboard, the Reds have a 3-0 lead at the Braves in the bottom of the 3rd. Here's the windup by Mitch Keller in the pitch. A swing and a drive deep down the right field line toward the foul pole. That ball is gone. A home run. A line shot just over the railing, over the Clemente wall. We're tied at 1.
That ball hit the foul pole and bounced back onto the field. That was a rocket.
Well, that just went over the railing and hit the net on the foul pole.
Well, that changes things in a hurry.
Here is Pedro Pages. Gorman with his 19th home run ties the score. That's the 13th home run given up by Mitch Keller. Pages swings and hits it hard past the second baseman Gonzalez. That goes into right center, and a 10-game hitting streak for Pedro Pages, who is saying to himself, why didn't I get that the first time? Because he left runners at second and third. Yeah. Let's pause here for a station ID on the Cardinals Network powered by Graybar.
Score big with One Cardinal Way Luxury Apartments. Now leasing studio, 1- and 2-bedroom units. For current availability, visit onecardinalway.com and schedule your tour today.
KMOX, KEZK HD2, K254CR St. Louis.
Top of the order to you, and a fastball up and in to Mason Wynn. Jim Jackson is our producer-engineer. Kyle Sixta is in the St. Louis studio. Ricky Horton is away until Friday. Mike Claiborne is here with us tonight. And I'm John Rooney at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. 1-1, Cardinals and Pirates. Mason Wynn swings, and he lines that down the right field line, and that ball is going foul.
Just foul.
Whew. Mason hits the ball hard and the other way many, many times. He got 2 triples to the right field corner in the doubleheader on Saturday at Atlanta.
And if you don't get it inside on him, he can pull a pitch as well as anyone else.
He'll turn on one, and he'll hit the ball inside the pole in left field.
Speaking of the home run for Gorman, 320 down the line. It doesn't take much, but that ball had a lot of zip on it.
The pitch inside almost hit Mason Wynn. He hit the ball so hard it couldn't go foul. Gorman's 19th home run, breaking it 0 for 7. Only his 5th hit in the last 26 at-bats. That was followed by a Pages base hit. There's a swing and a miss, 2-2 on Mason Wynn. Wynn has a fly out to right and a ground out to the shortstop. Mitch Keller is 0-2 against the Cardinals this year, 2-3 for his career with a 3.97 ERA. He's starting for the 13th time against the Birds on the bat. Now the pitch. A swing and a miss. Wynn went reaching for a slider down and away, striking out.
It's almost like he had his mind made up he was going to swing. He had a couple of good swings early in the count.
Wynn thought he was getting a fastball. He got a slider, no contact. The 3rd strikeout for Keller. Alec Burleson is 1 for 2. The go-ahead run at first is Pedro Pages. The infield at double play depth. Burleson takes a breaking ball down and in. 83 on that expanded breaking ball. Not quite as quick a break as his slider. And Burleson was able to pick it up. The 1-0 pitch to the left-handed batter. A swing and a ground ball off Keller toward the first baseman. Picked up by Keller, underhanding to Tellez just in time to retire Alec Burleson. Pages is on second. The go-ahead run at second, 2 outs.
Well, I have to give Burleson credit. He was hustling all the way down the line. Now they're going to take a look at Keller to make sure he's okay, as that comebacker had a little sting to it.
Derek Shelton is on his way out there with his athletic trainer. Did that hit the pitching hand? It may have gone over the glove and hit the right hand. But Keller stayed with it, and with the glove, flipped to first base to just retire Burleson.
They'll probably have him throw a couple of pitches just to be on the safe side.
Keller has a pitch count of 66 as we play in the 5th inning.
Some stretching going on in the Pirate bullpen. Cardinal bullpen is quiet, although there is some movement.
The pitch count is getting up there for Andre Pallante. Keller throwing a warm-up pitch. He'll take yet another one. Under the supervision of their athletic trainer and their manager. Keller may take another one.
Yeah,
yet.
you know, John, he doesn't look right.
He doesn't look right. Normally it's 1 or maybe 2 pitches.
He hasn't thrown a strike yet in his warm-up pitches.
Well, here comes the 4th. I don't recall seeing something like this. Usually a pitch or 2 and then a decision one way or the other.
Interesting where Derek Shelton is standing behind the mound. The trainer now has words with him.
Here comes a 5th pitch. I've never seen this many.
Sure, Ollie's asking, well, how many more does he need? Now he's talking to Derek Shelton. He says, I'm okay. Well, we know one thing, he's warmed up. He's good and warmed up now, that's for sure.
By the way, Pallante has thrown 79 pitches through his 4 innings of work, 44 strikes. Some really deep counts. 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 run earned, 2 walks, and a strikeout for Pallante. But Pallante's on even terms now with the Pirates, 1-1. After the home run by 8th place hitter Nolan Gorman that hugged the line and got over the railing and hit the foul pole.
And the lead run is now at second base with Wilson Contreras.
Contreras is 1 for 2. He was called out on strikes. Burleson was running. It was a strike him out, throw him out double play in the 3rd. But Contreras lined a single to left field his first time up. He takes a breaking ball strike. Hard curveball from Mitch Keller. Keller had a no decision on July 14th at the White Sox, going only 3 innings and 57 pitches. A look to second base. Pages takes a lead and the pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. 3 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 home runs allowed, a hit batter, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Leading to the All-Star break and now his first start after the break. Keller from the stretch. The pitch to Contreras. That is just off the outside corner, a close one. 96 on the fastball, 2-1. Contreras with 11 home runs, 26 RBIs. Wilson has hit safely in his last 4 games. He is 6 out of 15. Right-hander against right-hander. Pages leads at second. From the stretch, the pitch. Contreras takes low. 3-1. With Brendan Donovan on deck. The Pirates got their run in the third, and the Cardinals have answered with a 5th-inning home run by Nolan Gorman. Pages followed with a single. He's on second with 2 outs. The 3-1 pitch. Contreras takes ball 4 and takes a walk. The second walk given up by Keller tonight. The first was to Nolan Arenado leading off the second.
I'm going to go back to my original statement. He doesn't look right. And that one batter in Contreras even confirms it more. He was not around the plate like he needed to be.
Well, the pitch count is at 71, but tack on 5 more.
Yeah, he got some freebies.
First and second, 2 outs. Donovan has popped out and lined out, trying to give the Cardinals the lead. Donovan swings, hits it hard. Diving play by Tellez. Throwing to Keller to get the out. That took a run away from the Cardinals. But the Cardinals scored on a Gorman homer, and halfway through the game, we're tied at 1.
Driving down the highway or passing job sites throughout our community, you see CAT equipment everywhere. There's a reason for that. Backed by the largest, most experienced network in the world.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Your future. Check out stlouispdf.org.
The Cards on KMOX.com.
Coming up Saturday, the Cardinals host the Nationals. 25,000 fans 16 and older will take home a Cardinals basketball jersey presented by Air National Guard. Get your tickets at cardinals.com/promotions. We have the Nationals in Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then the Texas Rangers come calling. That's on the next homestand. Joey Bart, the 9th place hitter, their catcher, leads off. We're in the bottom of the 5th, 1-1. And a ball low from Pallante. Pallante has walked 2. He has given up a run on 3 hits. They play Bart to pull on the infield. He hits the ball on the ground to Mason Wynn, right to him. And Wynn throws out the Pirate catcher, 1 down.
Third time through the order now for Pallante, starting off with McCutchen. So we'll see if the Pirates adjust.
Well, Pallante has been able to strand runners in scoring position in the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th. So he has worked around, dodging a lot of traffic.
10 ground ball outs for him so far tonight.
McCutchen lined out and then hit a double to the left field corner and scored the Pirate run. The first pitch to him, a sinker low. A base hit by O'Neill Cruz with 2 outs in the 3rd inning put the Pirates on the board. And Gorman tied the game in the top of this inning, the 5th, with a home run. The pitch by Pallante is swung on and fouled back to the screen. That was an inside fastball, and McCutchen was all over it. McCutchen has 13 home runs, 26 runs batted in, 74 hits, 12 of those doubles. "37-year-old Andrew McCutchen." The 1-1 pitch.
Good
a slider and a strike. That was low, but called a strike. Good job of framing by Pajes.
McCutchen wants a timeout.
He
think
questions
about
that and takes his timeout. 312 career home runs, a .274 hitter, Andrew McCutchen. From Fort Meade, Florida. That's where he played his high school ball.
He was a really good track star.
The pitch, up and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. I'm sure he was good at anything he tried to play and compete.
And the personality that comes with it makes him a gold medalist.
Well, he does a lot of things right. Does a lot of great things for the Pirate organization and the Pittsburgh community. The pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, says the first base umpire, Jim Wolf. Couldn't hold up on a pitch down and away. The second strikeout for Pallante. 2 outs, nobody on for Bryan Reynolds. Reynolds has grounded out twice. Once to Arenado, the second time to Nolan Gorman.
Interesting to see where Arenado plays Reynolds here.
He's playing like a shortstop, but playing a step back from the grass. Now in on the grass. The pitch is swung on, grounded directly to the shortstop, Wynn, who plays it on a high hop and throws out Reynolds. Pallante makes it through 5. We go to the 6th, tied at 1.
Ho, ho, ho! Christmas in July returns to the ballpark.
Taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LANZESS.
KMOX is Cardinals Radio.
5, 6, and 7 in the order. Arenado gets under one and pops this one up into short left center. Cruz, the shortstop, is under it. He has it. Arenado going for the first pitch from Mitch Keller, makes out number 1 in the 6th inning in a tie game at 1. 1 gone for Lars Nootbaar. Listen to every MLB game live, plus watch the minor leagues, MLB Big Inning, and available pre- and post-game shows. No blackouts. Visit MLB.com/@bat, where you can get all the information. Nootbaar takes strike 1.
That's a baseball fan's best friend. Being able to pick up those games out of market.
You're going to see a lot of changes with that, I do believe.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the pitch that's outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Keller's pitch count's getting up there, too. He's now at 81 pitches.
Here's the next offering, and that is taken just outside. Nootbaar, a forced play ground ball. Then he was stranded at third in the second inning. A base hit to left in the fourth inning. Lars has hit safely his last 4 games. Keller with the pitch, and Nootbaar takes a breaking ball strike.
Now, Keller's gone over the 100-pitch mark before. 4 times so far this season.
He's a 10-game winner, 10-5, but 0-2 against the Cardinals. Nootbaar swings, and he hits a fly ball to left field. That's going to back up the left fielder Reynolds, who makes the catch about 5 feet from the warning track. Goldschmidt is up with 2 outs and nobody on. Ball got a base hit his first time up and then struck out swinging to end the fourth. The Pirate defenders reset in center field. Sawinski is shading Goldie toward right center. The left field line is unguarded. The pitch, Goldschmidt checks his swing, takes a slider low and away, called a strike.
You know, with him having a tough time with the slider, and then when you don't get the pitch, there was a ball, it really confuses you on what a strike is these days.
Goldschmidt with 2 hits in his last 14 at-bats. He homered the first time up yesterday, singled his first at-bat tonight. With 2 outs and nobody on, the pitch. Fastball outside. And they keep pitching Goldie away, away, away.
They'll show him that 4-seamer, see if he can catch up to it. But everything else is away.
The 1-1 pitch for Goldschmidt. He swings, and he hits this one. Short left field. Backing up to the outfield grass, the shortstop, O'Neill Cruz. And he has it while running down the left field line. The Cardinals go in order. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 1-1 in Pittsburgh.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Save with DriveWise and the Allstate app and only pay a rate based on you.
Not available in every state, subject to terms and conditions. Rating factors and savings vary, and in some states your rate could increase with high-risk driving. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
98.7 FM is Cardinals Radio.
O'Neill Cruz has the RBI for the Pirates in this 1-1 game. And Cruz is the first up against Pallante in the 6th inning. And ball 1 is in the dirt. Pallante, through 5 innings, has allowed the 1 run on 3 hits, walking 2, striking out 2. His pitch count, 89 with this one. The 1-0. That's a little bit low. 2 balls, no strikes.
Now the Cardinal bullpen starting to move around a little bit. We'll have somebody up throwing here fairly soon.
O'Neill Cruz rocking the bat back and forth. Pallante's pitch is swung on, hit hard to the shortstop. From behind second, Wynn throws out his counterpart. One away. Maryville University, 3 times named an Apple Distinguished School, is revolutionizing what it means to learn with and from technology. Learn more at maryville.edu. You like the lights on the Clemente and Warhol bridges?
Very impressive. I think this is one of the best backdrops we have in baseball.
I agree with you. I like the backdrop here, San Francisco. There's a foul off to the right. It's mighty nice looking out over the bay in San Francisco.
You know, Washington used to be that way.
Well, we get to see all the buildings.
Yeah, now they've
around the ballpark.
San Diego has a nice setup. I think we have a nice one in St. Louis as well.
Beautiful. The pitch. And that's taken belt high for a ball.
You can see over to the pool deck.
That's true.
As Mike Shannon appropriately named it.
The 1-1 with 1 out. Pallante's pitch. That's a curveball that bends in for a strike. Nick Gonzalez has grounded out twice facing Andre tonight. He has 4 hits in his last 19 at-bats. 5 home runs and 37 RBIs for the former number 1 pick by the Pirates. A swing and a miss, and the Cardinals throw the ball around the infield. There's the 3rd strikeout for Pallante. Gonzalez goes down swinging, sending Rowdy Tellez up. Tellez made a diving play, denying Donovan an RBI. That was the 3rd out of the 5th inning. He was able to feed the pitcher Keller covering.
Because that was about to be a big inning for the Cardinals. 1 run was definitely going to score, and perhaps 2.
Here's Pallante's pitch, and Tellez shows bunt, taking it away and taking a ball that was in the strike zone.
Now
and on the appeal about a bunt attempt, that doesn't matter. That had plenty of the plate. Called a ball. Arenado plays like a shortstop. Tellez takes a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tellez has doubled and was stranded at 3rd in the 2nd inning. He had a leadoff double. Advanced on a ground out by Sawinski on the 2nd out, and then Connor Joe lined out. Here's a curve that doesn't curve enough. High and outside, ball 2, 2-1. 1-1, Cardinals Pirates, bottom of the 6th, 2 outs with nobody on base.
Cardinals have activity now in the bullpen. Right-hander getting loose.
And they chant Rowdy, Rowdy. They love him here. The 2-1 pitch. He chops it to the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Underhanding to Pallante, and that'll do it for the Buccos. Claves has the 7th, 1-1 in Pittsburgh.
More good news. For Frederick Roofing, voted best roofing company by the St. Louis Post-Dispatch.
For a hole in your roof or a whole new roof, Frederick Roofing.
314-645-2000.
KingdomOX.com is Cardinals Radio.
It's the 7th inning, and that means Nolan Gorman will lead things off. Gorman is responsible for the lone Cardinal run with a home run. He sees the first pitch high for a ball from Mitch Keller. Andre Pallante has had some sort of night. 6 innings. He's given up 3 hits along the way, 1 run. He struck out 3. He's walked 2. There's a pitch foul straight back. He's induced 13 ground ball outs tonight. We always talk about him being a ground ball pitcher. This is exactly what we mean, because he may not be the sharpest guy tonight as far as his location was concerned, but, man, he found a way to get people out. The next pitch on the way to Gorman, and that is low for a ball. 2 balls and a strike to the Cardinal second baseman, Nolan Gorman leading things off here in the 7th inning. It'll be Gorman, Pages, and Mason Wynn at the top of the order. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Keller looks in for location, goes into his windup. His pitch is on the way, and Gorman fouls that one off with Joey Bart. He's going to need a second to collect himself. And the home plate umpire, Ryan Blakeney, dusts off the plate, gives him a few extra seconds. He says, "I'm good to go." He says, "All right, let's get it going." So Keller kicks some dirt off the rubber. He leans in to get his location once again from Bart. Goes into his windup. Here's his pitch. High for a ball. So now it's 3-2 to Nolan Gorman. Gorman doesn't walk a lot. 32 walks on the season to go with 134 strikeouts. But this would be a good time to get to 33. Or to hit his 20th home run of the year. Take your pick. The next pitch is on the way. There's a fly ball into center field. This ball is going back, but it's going to stay in the ballpark as Sawinski's under it, and he makes the one-handed catch for the first out. And I bring up Pedro Pages. Pages is 1 for 2 on the evening. And now Joey Bart's going to go out and talk to Mitch Keller for a second. They may be buying a little time here as the Pirate bullpen is now up and moving. So be careful of this Pages guy. He's pretty dangerous. He has 1 hit tonight. And he's ready to go. Nice crowd on hand tonight here in Pittsburgh. A little hazy. We had rain earlier in the day. It's a little humid. Game time temperature was at 70 degrees. As Pages stands in. Balanced stance in the box. Keller goes into his delivery. It's on the way. Fouls off the screen near Mason Wynn, who's in the on-deck circle. Mason Wynn actually standing in the on-deck circle. You seldom see that. We have guys that get as close to home plate as they can, trying to time that pitcher. That used to be a no-no. There's a pitch outside for a ball. If the pitcher caught you standing too close to the mound, when it was your turn to bat, he would remind you that you were a little too close with some chin music. The next pitch to Pages. Swung on and fouled down the right field line. That's out of play. Hits the facade and then bounces into the second deck. You don't see that very often. Pages has a lot of hitting room in left center field. Now he calls for his timeout, mops his brow, puts his helmet back on, gets a handful of dirt, rubs it on the bat, and he's ready to go. As Keller looks in, goes into his windup. He doesn't waste a lot of time. Pitch on the way, and that's outside for a ball. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mason Wynn is the on-deck hitter. He's ready to go. But Pages has something to say about that, and he fouls another one over the screen into foul territory behind home plate.
The Pirates have a left-hander warming up, backing up Keller. He has a pitch count of 92 right now.
So they're saving that lefty perhaps for Alec Burleson, should there be some trouble in this inning. Another one on the way, and Pages hits this one in the right field. It's curving into foul territory. Connor Joe is there. He makes the catch in foul territory for the second out. We owe you a station break, and let's give it to you now on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar.
Proficient is a global digital consulting leader and one of St. Louis's fastest growing public companies and a proud partner of the St. Louis Cardinals. When the world needs big thinking and innovative ideas, Proficient has them.
KMOX, KEZK HD2, K254CR St. Louis.
Mason Wynn stands in. Mason looking for his first hit of the evening. First pitch he sees, he fouls it off, out of play. Hey, Safelite Auto Glass is your local vehicle glass expert and proud partner of the St. Louis Cardinals. If you have auto glass damage, go online to safelite.com and schedule an appointment. Wynn waits on the next pitch, and it's outside for a ball. Mason 0 for 3 so far on the evening. He's hitting .285 as we speak. The next pitch from Keller. Strike call right down the middle. Wynn thought about it but couldn't pull the trigger, so now he has a 1-ball, 2-strike count. He calls time. He wants to get a lot of time to collect himself. Takes a practice swing. Now he says, all right, bring it on, big boy. We're ready to go. Crowd trying to get into this one as well, as Keller's next pitch is 97, and Wynn pops this one up into center field. Sawinski comes in. He's under it. He makes the one-handed catch for the out. 3 up, 3 down for the Cardinals here in the top of the 7th. The 7th inning stretch is presented by SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of the St. Louis Cardinals.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Visit countryfinancial.com to get started today. Experience more with Country Financial. Home and auto insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
Your home of the Cardinals, KMOX.
Cardinals have a new hurler. He's Chris Rycroft in for Andre Pallante, who went 6 innings, giving up 3 hits and a run along the way. He walked 2, struck out 3. Had 13 ground ball outs. The first pitch from the big right-hander is a called strike to Chris Rycroft to P. Bryan Hayes. Hayes is 0 for 2 on the night. Rycroft pitching from the stretch. His pitch is on the way, and he taps this one foul near home plate.
Coming into this game is better with nobody on than starting the 10th inning with a runner at second base.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
He got the loss in game 1 of the doubleheader at Atlanta on Saturday.
Well, you know, we've learned, John, I guess now with a couple of years of the runner at second base, if you're a visiting team, you better figure out how to score more than 1 run. The next pitch from Rycroft, swing, and he fouled that one straight back. Key Bryan Hayes was on that pitch, but a little too much juice from Rycroft. 0-2 to Key Bryan Hayes. Rycroft bends at the knees, pitching from the stretch, takes a deep breath, comes to the plate, outside for a ball. Rycroft has no problem getting it up there. He's mid to high 90s. He's still trying to figure some things out at the big league level, but he has a lot of promise. He certainly can be a very effective big leaguer for sure. His next pitch to Hayes is on the way. It's high for a ball. They play Hayes straight up on the infield, although Arenado is closer to the line at third. And they give him a whole lot of the left field line. As Rycroft comes to the plate. Inside corner, called strike, see you later. Broke a slider off on him, and I think Ke'Bryan Hayes was looking for a fastball. He didn't get it, but he does get a trip back to the dugout. And that's how we start things off here in the 7th inning. And, of course, the 7th inning stretch brought to you by SeatGeeks, the official ticket marketplace of the St. Louis Cardinals. And that'll bring up Jack Suwinski. Suwinski grounded out to second, also drew a walk and stole a base along the way. Balanced stance in the box. The first pitch he sees from Rycroft is inside for a ball. Arenado is about a step in on the grass at third, way off the bag. Mason Wynn is playing him up the middle, and Nolan Gorman is playing in a normal second base position, as is Paul Goldschmidt, taking care of the line. Suwinski waits on another pitch from Rycroft, and he pops this one into left field for a base hit. So Suwinski reaches base, and that's a one-out single for the Pirates. And Suwinski has stolen 8 bases in 9 attempts, and we're going to have a pinch hitter now. Joshua Palacio is going to pinch hit, and here comes Dusty Blake out of the dugout, and they'll talk about how to pitch to Palacios. You may remember his brother who played for the Cardinals last year. He was a lot of life. He's now with Tampa.
Now, Richie was sent to Tampa.
And we ended up with
pretty good reliever in the process, and Andrew Kittredge.
And I think both teams are happy. Palacios got off to a really good start for the Tampa Bay Rays. So they'll talk about what to do here, and also the running game here, because Suwinski can steal a base.
He's 7 out of 8.
So be careful here. Palacios on the season is hitting .237. He's hit 2 home runs. He's driven in 5 in limited duty.
Well, you went over it, Claves, on your attendance guess.
Well, you know, I don't get the reps that Ricky Horton gets. He would have got it right on the nail. 18,970. It looks like a bigger crowd than that, though. But I'm not as observant as Ricky is, so I missed it by that much. So here we go. Palacios, a left-handed hitter. Suwinski has a big lead off of first already. Rycroft comes to the plate with a fastball. Or check that, a slider. That's a called strike.
Palacios made a great play out by the bullpen, avoiding the bullpen gate in the game yesterday against Philadelphia.
He stands in, ready for another pitch, and he pops this one foul, so now he's in the hole 0-2. And Suwinski thought about running, stopped, and then try to start again, but the ball was already in foul territory. It would be a bad idea to maybe step off here just to make sure Suwinski knows that you're paying attention to him, especially with a 0-2 count. As Rycroft comes to the plate, swinging a pop foul out of play once again.
Did you see the play by Christian Walker?
I did.
Bunt by Pete Crow Armstrong.
What a good
drag bunt up the first base line, and Walker was on the ground, fully extended. He's on the ground with his glove out as far as it can go. He caught the ground ball with his foot on the bag. Armstrong was out by inches.
There's a pitch outside for a ball, so now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, I think Christian Walker is one of the most underrated players in the game. A guy who certainly should have been in the most valuable player conversation last year.
He is a Gold Glover.
He is that, too. He can do a lot of things with the bat, but he has excellent footwork. Another pitch inside for a ball.
Oh, didn't miss by much either.
Suwinski doesn't know what to do. He took about 8 steps off the bag and said, well, maybe not. Rycroft is not paying much attention to him. As he comes to the plate one more time, there's a line drive, base hit in the right field. Suwinski turns, and he's going to go to third. The throw will go into second base. So now The Pirates have runners at first and third with one out. Palacios just guided that ball in the right field. And Sawinski just kept going from first, so they go from first to third. And that'll bring up Joey Bart.
That was a low pitch that was golfed into right field.
He went down and got it. The concern here is you'd like to get the double play here, but Rycroft is not necessarily what you deem a double play type of pitcher. This was really one of those, as Palacios has a good lead, they're going to try and make sure they get that runner at second and take out the double play option here with Joey Bart at the plate. First pitch he sees is inside for a ball.
Oh, my, right there on the corner.
Yeah, Blakeney has had some corner issues this evening. Let's just put it that way. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners at first and third, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 7th. We're tied at 1. As Rycroft comes to the plate. That pitch is outside for a ball. Hey, don't forget, Win Reality can train you in virtual reality with unlimited game speed pitches, live competition, coaches, and more. Visit winreality.com and join the next generation of baseball training. So a 2-ball, no strike count. We'll watch the runner here at first. There's a ground ball to the third baseman. Arenado comes home. They tag him out at home. So the runner is cut down 5-2. Palacios advances to second. They're now 2 out. Good play by Nolan Arenado. So Bart reaches on a fielder's choice. Now I'll take that. So they have runners now at first and second now with 2 out in the top of the order, and that means Andrew McCutchen. McCutchen is 1 for 3 on the evening. And you can hear the crowd cheering for one of their favorites. McCutchen scored the lone Pirate run tonight. He waits on the first pitch from Rycroft. There's a ground ball to Mason Wynn. He comes up, flips it to second for the force, and the Cardinals get out of the jam. Well, we have played 7 here in Pittsburgh. John Rooney has the 8th, and I'm told
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Will. Donating is quick and towing is free. Plus, you get a tax receipt and 4 tickets to a Cardinals game, compliments of the St. Louis Cardinals. That's a win-win. For more information or to donate, visit online at mersgoodwill.org. Must mention Cardinals.
The Cardinals on KMOX.
The Pirates go to the bullpen for Aroldis Chapman. Chapman ranks first all-time among left-handed relief pitchers in strikeouts with 1,207. 5th overall among relievers in Major League Baseball history. He needed only 12 pitches to strike out the side in order Saturday against the Phillies and he's pitching to the Cardinals here in inning number 8 in a 1-1 game. Alec Burleson leads off. The first pitch to Burley is swung on, and that's hit hard into left center field, but caught on the run by Sawinski. Burleson lines out. He put a good swing on it, hit it hard, but Sawinski, in shading Burleson a few steps in that direction, ran it down. Wilson Contreras has a single and a walk. He was called out on strikes in a strike him out, throw him out double play in the third inning. The Pirates scored their run in the third inning. O'Neill Cruz drove in a run with a single. Nolan Gorman hit a home run to tie the game for the Cardinals in the fifth. Ball one is delivered to Wilson Contreras. Contreras with 11 home runs, 26 RBIs. 1 out of 2 with a walk tonight. The pitch by Chapman is swung on and missed. That was a changeup at 90 miles an hour with the bottom falling out of it. Contreras stands back in with a count of 1 ball, 1 strike.
You know, last time Chapman pitched on Saturday, he had a 12-pitch strike him out.
Here's the pitch, a swing and a miss, 1-2. And I mentioned that a moment ago, and the fact that this guy has done nothing but strike out batters since we first saw him as a closer
in Cincinnati.
He's pitched with the Yankees. He's a great fit here, setting up Bednar. The pitch, strike called on the outside corner. 2 outs in the 8th inning for Brendan Donovan. Donovan has fouled out, lined out, and was denied an RBI hit on a diving play by the first baseman. Rowdy Tellez, a diving play, and then he fed the pitcher, Keller, covering the bag. The pitch, and Donnie looks at a 100-mile-an-hour knee-high pitch inside corner, ball 1.
Well, he's been tipping 103 quite a bit this season. You know, for a guy 36 years old, you'd think he'd slow it down just a hair, but he still finds a way. And, you know what the thing is impressive about him, John?
The 1-0 pitch low at 100.
Never had Tommy John, never had any real substantial surgeries.
Number 45, Aroldis Chapman. 2 balls, no strikes on Donovan. Donovan with an open stance. Here's Chapman's pitch. There's a cutter or slider in for a strike. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the St. Louis Cardinals, LLC. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be
disseminated
without the express written consent of the St. Louis Cardinals. Brought to you by
Brown
and
Crouppen,
a great
law firm.
Here is a ball popped up, foul over by the dugout and over the screen and over the dugout on the left side. 2-2 on Brendan Donovan. 2 outs in the Cardinals' 8th inning, a 1-1 game. No shocker there. These teams play so many one-run games a year. Last year, the Cardinals managed only 4 wins in the season series, going 4-9. They come into this game 4-2 in the season series. Now the pitch. There is a foul ball back to the screen.
100 miles per hour.
Oh, he can still deal it. You're right about that. Aroldis Chapman following Keller, who went 7 innings, 1 run on 6 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and a home run. The next one, Donovan hits a slow ground ball to first. Tellez kicks the bag. The Cardinals go 1-2-3. They go to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 1 in Pittsburgh.
Michaelis brings it home. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Have a cold one.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Go to Dobbs.com for deals on Goodyear, Continental, and Cooper tires. Already selling at the lowest price in town. Guaranteed. Dobbs.
KMOX, the Cardinals play here.
Bryan Reynolds is going to bat right-handed against lefty John King. King retired 6 batters in order on 21 pitches over 2 innings of relief. That came in Game 2 of the doubleheader against the Cubs on the 13th. And this is King's first appearance since that 2-inning outing. A 1-1 game in the bottom of the 8th, 2, 3, and 4 in the order. And the first pitch goes wide for a ball to Reynolds batting right-handed. Reynolds with 18 home runs, 61 RBIs. The pitch. Oh, he jammed him in a foul ball back to the screen. In a game brought to you by Budweiser, official beer sponsor of Major League Baseball. Crack open the game with Budweiser and enjoy unrivaled flavor and refreshment.
I'm surprised Reynolds was still able to use that bat the way he jammed it. Normally you break that one.
The count at 1-1. Here's the pitch by King. Jammed him again. 95. Knee high inside corner. Fouled off to the screen. A ball and 2 strikes.
Man, oh man.
His hands have to be ringing. Time taken. The batter's timeout for Bryan Reynolds. Switch batter, batting right-handed. On deck, left-handed batting, O'Neal Cruz. John King deals. A swing and a foul ball. And that goes down the left field line. Mike Rabello is the third base coach. The first base coach is Tarek Brock. Derek Shelton out of SIU Carbondale is the manager of the Pittsburgh Pirates. A 1-1 game, bottom of the 8th. The pitch outside. That was a let-up from King and well off the plate. Well, you don't want one of those just hanging in the middle. Or else it might be hanging out in some fan's pocket in left field. Reynolds with a 2-2 pitch coming his way. Bias puts down the target, the pitch. Not swung on and rolled foul, just foul wide of first. Little cue shot off the end of the bat. Goldie was hoping it would stay fair. In fact, Reynolds is checking the cupped end of the bat to make sure that wasn't splintered or broken.
Well, with all the pitches he's seen that he was being jammed on, to see a pitch outside like that.
Andre Pallante, 6 innings, 1 run on 3 hits. Chris Roycroft, 1 inning, 2 hits, no runs. He had a strikeout. The 2-2 pitch, and that's fouled out of play down the right field line. John King came to the Cardinals. He came from the Texas Rangers at the trade deadline last year. But Montgomery going to the Texas Rangers along with Stratton. The pitch. There's a hot shot up the middle past a diving shortstop. Wynn couldn't catch it. A base hit to left center field. And Reynolds is on with O'Neal Cruz coming up. King is a ground ball specialist. Let's see if he can get a double play ball here from the speedy Cruz, who has grounded into 4. That was a hot shot ground ball, but just to the left of Mason Wynn.
He's going to have to hit it on the button to try and double him up. But it can happen, especially with Mason Wynn's throwing on.
King takes a look to first base. The pitch. A strike at 95 middle in. 0-1 on Cruz, who's been on twice tonight. A walk, an RBI single, 2 stolen bases. Cruz grounded out in the 6th inning facing Pallante. Here's a swing and a miss. That was a big sweeping breaking ball.
We'll throw in the fact that you can also get Cruz with the strikeout, 117 so far this season.
1 on, nobody out. The Pirates have the go-ahead run, and Reynolds at first. The pitch in the dirt, and it rolls to the right of Pages, with Reynolds taking second base. It goes as a wild pitch, and the go-ahead run is at second with nobody out. That one hit the dirt and then hit the chest protector going to the right of Pedro Pages. No chance to recover to throw Reynolds out. 1 ball, 2 strikes on O'Neill Cruz. King deals, and Cruz is jammed, a foul ball that hit him and rolls to the backstop. Hit the right foot, right leg. 1-2.
That stung a little bit. He'd like to have more than 30 seconds, I think, to try and get the feeling back.
Cardinal pitching has been under pressure so much tonight. A lot of traffic for the Pirates. But they've scored only 1 run. There's a big breaking ball low and outside, ball 2, 2-2. Pages kept that in front. John King gave up a lead hit to Bryan Reynolds and then a wild pitch. And Bednar, we didn't see him the last time we were in Pittsburgh, but he's off the injured list. Their closer is available for the 9th. From the stretch, the pitch. A swing and a miss. King strikes out Cruz. 1 out in the 8th inning, and now Nick Gonzalez, a right-handed batter. He has 2 groundouts and a strikeout, batting against Andre Pallante.
This is a good matchup for John King. Very good matchup.
Gonzalez with 37 runs batted in. He has 5 homers. Checks his swing. Did he offer? He did, according to Jim Wolf at first. Tried to hold up on a slider in the dirt. 0-1. Reynolds single, moved up on a wild pitch. He takes his lead at second. The pitch on the way, a ground ball, right side, right field, a base hit. Up with the ball, Burleson. The play will go to second, and the Pirates lead 2-1. Nick Gonzalez found an opening on the right side of the infield to give the Pirates the lead.
Well, the wild pitch came back to haunt the Cardinals. Putting their runner in scoring position.
Rowdy Tellez is coming up. Tellez a double tonight, 1 out of 3. Burleson had no chance to throw Reynolds out at the plate.
And he did the right thing just going back to second, because you don't want to put another runner in scoring position at second.
Now Tellez, who's grounded into 9 double plays. The runner goes for second. The pitch lined into right, a base hit. Sliding into second, Gonzalez gets up and goes to third. First and third with 1 out. And the Pirates looking to add to their lead now. Key Brian Hayes is coming up.
Gonzalez was looking early in the count, and he was able to guide one in the right field, and once again driving, moving the runners along. But the one thing, you still have the double play in order here. Now Dusty Blake is going to come out and talk about how they want to go after Key Brian Hayes.
Well, that pitch was in Tellez's eyes, and he just drove it in between Gorman and Goldschmidt on the right side of the infield, setting up first and third with Gonzalez talking to his third base coach now, Ribello. Let's pause here for station identification on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar.
Skip the drive-thru line. Your favorite coffee house flavors are ready anytime with Prairie Farms' new barista-style single-served iced coffees, now at your local retailer. Visit prairiefarms.com.
KMOX, KEZK HD2, K254CR St. Louis.
Jim Jackson is our producer-engineer here at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Al Sixta is in the network studio in St. Louis. Matt Pauley will be hosting our post-game show tonight. Ricky Horton is away until Friday. Mike Claiborne is here, and I'm John Rooney. The Pirates have had the pressure on the Cardinals the entire night. they could have a lot more than 2 runs. But they lead 2-1 with runners at first and third, 1 out, and Key Brian Hayes at the plate. He has grounded out twice and was called out on strikes. Arenado pinches in at third base. Goldschmidt in at first. The pitch. Low, ball 1. John King has given up a run on 3 hits. He struck out O'Neill Cruz. But Reynolds singled, moved up on a wild pitch, scored on Gonzalez's base hit. Then Gonzalez was running and went to third on a single by Tellez. The 1-0 pitch. A strike called. That was 95 on the outside corner. 1-1 on Hayes. Hayes with 3 homers and 21 RBIs. Right-handed batter, left-handed pitcher, the pitch. A little bit low with a slider just going below the bottom part of the zone. 2-1 for Key Brian Hayes.
Interesting position where Arenado's playing right now, even with the in front of the bag.
There's a foul ball back, a fastball away, foul to the screen. And Hayes almost jumped out of his shoes swinging. 2-2. Arenado's in that cutout area right at the edge of the grass. King with a 2-2 pitch, a big pitch here to Hayes. Trying to keep it a 1-run game. The pitch. A swing and a foul off to the right. The Pirates tonight have 2 runs on 8 hits. The Cardinals 1 run on 6 hits. And the Cardinals scored their run on a Gorman home run in the 5th inning. Here's John King with the pitch. Hayes fouls another one back. 2-2.
Threw him a changeup, and Hayes was way out in front on that pitch. I think I'd try and run one in on him, try and jam him here and see what you can do.
2-2 on Hayes. The runner at third is Nick Gonzalez. He drove in the go-ahead run. Tellez at first. The pitch. A foul ball over the screen and off to the right. Key Brian Hayes spoiling off some pitches.
Pitches on the outside corner.
Jack Sawinski, a left-handed batter, is on deck.
And King has a really good changeup. It's something he might want to come back or change up right here and go with a fastball.
The 2-2 pitch. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Flipped the second out onto first. Scooped out of the dirt by Paul Goldschmidt in a double play. And Bank of America is making a $200 donation to Cardinals Care to help feed hungry kids in St. Louis with that double play. Well,
not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
And Missouri communities. And when Missouri weather rips through our state, they are here to put back the pieces. So if you have one car or 20, a home or an apartment, a business, a boat, or an entire family legacy to protect, if you're a Missourian, Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance is for you. If you're in St. Charles County, Missouri Farm Bureau agent Matt Cleary is for you.
The Cards on KMOX.com.
Let's pause here for a station ID on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Graybar.
Score big with One Cardinal Way Luxury Apartments. Now leasing studio, 1 and 2 bedroom units. For current availability, visit onecardinalway.com and schedule your tour today.
KMOX, KEZK HD2, K254CR St. Louis.
Nolan Arenado, a big swing and a foul back. Strike one, facing Bednar. Their closer is in the game, David Bednar. Aroldis Chapman is the pitcher of record on the upside. John King on the downside. 2-1 Pirates in the ninth. Arenado swings and misses. A fastball at the knees. 0-2. 1 inning with a strikeout. A quick 8th inning for Aroldis Chapman. And then the Pirates put some hits together and scored the go-ahead run. The pitch to Arenado. He grounds it to the shortstop. Cruz takes his time, strong throw, 1 out. Lars Nootbaar, Paul Goldschmidt, they're coming up. Are you planning a trip to St. Louis soon? Say from Hannibal, Missouri, or anywhere in Cardinal Nation? Remember, visit ExploreSt.Louis.com and make it a great trip. Bednar, 29 years old. He was on the injured list the last time we were here. And here is a curveball that bends in there, strike one on the first pitch. Was reinstated from the injured list on the 12th of July. He had a strained oblique that put him on the IL. A swing and a miss, 2 strikes. Nootbaar grounded into a force out, singled in the 4th, and a fly out in the 6th inning. The Cardinals' last base runner was a walk to Wilson Contreras in the 5th inning. The Pirates have shut down the Redbirds since. The pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Nootbaar, who's 1 for 3. Bednar, 29 years old, 3-3 with a 5.13 ERA this year. He has struck out 34 in 33 2/3 innings. Nootbaar is waiting for a 1-2 pitch. And he tapped that one foul. The catcher, Bart, couldn't hold on. Nootbaar is still alive. Bednar out of Lafayette. That's where he pitched his college baseball. Born in Pittsburgh on the 10th of October, 1994. Bednar is working for his 18th save and 21 save opportunities. 1 out, nobody on base. The Cardinals down by a run. The pitch to Nootbaar, a swing and a ground ball to the second baseman Gonzalez, who throws him out. Nootbaar has grounded out after Arenado grounded out. And Paul Goldschmidt comes to the plate with the Cardinals down to their last out. The Pirates have won 6 out of 7, 8 out of 10, and they lead this game 2-1 with 2 outs in the 9th. Chapman is the pitcher of record on the upside, John King on the downside. Here's Bednar with the pitch. Goldschmidt takes high and wide. As pitchers continue to work away to Paul Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt hit a home run his first at bat at Atlanta yesterday. He's trying to keep this game going for Nolan Gorman. The pitch. Goldschmidt swings, ground ball up the middle, and that ball is on through into center, a base hit, as O'Neill Cruz couldn't quite get to it. It's a base hit for Goldschmidt, keeping the game alive, and Gorman, who tied the game with a bullet of a home run that just got over the railing and off the pole in right field back in the 5th inning, will have a chance here in the 9th. Michael Ciani is going to run for Paul Goldschmidt. Ciani comes off the bench here with 2 outs in the 9th. A ball in the gap could tie it with Ciani's speed. The Pirates are playing an extremely deep outfield in center and in right. Reynolds is back some in left. Ciani takes a lead. Bednar to Gorman. A swing and a miss. Strike one. 97 right down the middle. Ciani off to a lead at first base with Tellez holding. The one-strike pitch here from David Bednar. Gorman swings and fouls that back, and the Cardinals are down to their last strike. Paul Goldschmidt kept the game going. Ciani back to first base. Pinch running for Goldschmidt after a single up the middle. But it's 0-2 on Nolan Gorman. 1 for 3 tonight with a home run. The 0-2 pitch. A swing and a miss on a fastball away, and this ballgame has come to an end as Nolan Gorman strikes out. And the Pirates win the first game of the 3-game series 2-1. We'll talk more about it after this.
Mason Wynn here, Cardinals shortstop and proud partner of Community America Credit Union. I've been in it to win it since day one, which is why I chose Community America. Community America is built to help more people achieve financial peace of mind with exclusive benefits like sharing a portion of our annual profits. Community America can help you reach your financial goals, big and small. Join Missouri's largest credit union, now expanding in St. Louis. Visit CommunityAmerica.com to become a member today.
At Quick Trip, we know a meal deal isn't the real deal unless you walk away feeling full. That's why our 2-for-4 roller grill deal offers full-sized goodness for a pint-sized price. Pair up any 2 of our feast-ready favorites to create your own craveable combo, like our big and beefy hot dogs, our cheesy steak taquitos, or even...
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
For Goldschmidt at first, Gorman struck out on a fastball away, and that was the game. The Pirates won it 2-1. Aroldis Chapman got the win in relief. He's 2-4. And John King gave up a run on 3 hits with a strikeout. King falls to 3-2 with the loss. For Bednar, save number 18 and 21 save opportunities. A 2-hour, 29-minute game, 18,970 the paid attendance here at PNC Park. So the Cardinals have a slim 1-game lead over the Pittsburgh Pirates now in the National League Central. The Cardinals are in second place behind the Milwaukee Brewers, and then the Pirates check in with a 51-49 record. And the Cardinals just have a game lead over them. Tomorrow night, Lance Lynn against the man who started the All-Star game, Paul Skeens. The rookie is 6-0. Lynn 5-4 on the air at 4:45. And we'll have more for you from Pittsburgh after this.
Hi, Cardinals fans. Brad Thompson here. You like things that are just for you, right? That's why Schnucks curates special savings in the Schnucks Rewards app just for you on the things that you buy the most. These aren't savings for your neighbor. They're not for me. They're personalized savings only for you. Just tap the savings icon and it will load all your personalized savings. And they change weekly. Personalized savings just for you in the Schnucks Rewards app.
St. Louis is a city always thirsty for more. Like more fall-off-the-bone St. Louis barbecue.
Give me the full slap.
More ways to escape St. Louis humidity. and definitely more runs from the Cardinals. At On the Run, we're serious about quenching St. Louis's thirst for more. So when the Cards score 6 or more, drinks are just 60 cents the next day at participating locations.